Yeah. Sorry, YouTube. If anyone's on the YouTube already, sorry. I literally clicked to go live and then it just decided to not go live, which, believe it or not, is not ideal when you thought that it was in fact live. So yeah, let me just move some damaged health bars on. As we'll see this first Reaper showing up and turning away pretty quickly. Not too much to mention there. So remember, moving about, a couple of lings are going to come chasing through as well. It's going to get up, chasing after that SCV. Marine going to fire. A couple of those lings are going to get shot down. They will fall. It's going to be an easy cleanup initially. Overlord's chilling out. A couple of queens and the Overlords coming through. The command centers are building into play as well. So just bring a lot of that online for the moment, getting this started. And looking to see where we go. This Reaper heads toward the upper right side of the map as well. Trying to see what's going on. Coca, a French caster. Yep, Coca is the French caster. Yeah, I can't believe YouTube just is misbehaving so much. I literally tried to put YouTube live like twice already and it still hadn't worked. I should have known. I should have known when it didn't work the first time. Queens get there. Little pick off me. A couple extractors coming through. We'll continue by for a couple of moments. Look to see where we're going to go to. Roach Roaring, Hatchery Lab building up. A few drones on the way. A couple Hellions are coming about. So you bring a lot of those into action here. The starport switches over to the tech lab. The barracks is going to switch back over to the left side instead. And these two Hellions get turned around by those queens. Just going to see those push back out over in this direction as well. So the Hellion's going to come all the way around the right-hand side. And yeah, I mean, a couple more Hellions moving up. Lair, Overlords, the Roach Roaring, and the Evo Chamber all coming up. The hatchery building as well. So bring a few of these different bits and pieces through. The Hellions will join back together. On the right now, just start roasting and toasting their way through this hatchery. Queens. Just going to be moving about. The Hellions coming around. Still just going to be trying to make a way forward for a couple of moments. Just going to see the Queen going to plug the gap in that wall off as we get settled over there. And again, Roach Speed, the Carapace upgrade coming through as well. A few Hellions going to hit the hatchery. Some damage being done. Roaches and Queens will step over. The Hellions get chased away. And again, Carapace, Roach Speed all building up. The Banshee and the Stim Pack coming on through. Marines, SCVs, and Barracks building as well. Well, Rex is obviously starting to stack the numbers up. Drone count still growing. The Roach number obviously getting there as well. Looking really good. Again, Carapace and Roach Speed building by. Just going to be seeing a couple of Roaches there. Going to chase the Hellions back out over the left-hand side through the center a little bit. So pushing over there for a couple of moments. Get intercepted, so Coca will see no fortune out of those. Just gonna have the Banshee staying at home as well in case the Roaches move through a little further. Again, just gonna be seeing that bunker still settling down. Fourth hatchery getting set up in the middle as well. It's just gonna bring that through. The Banshees now actually going to get aggressive, so let's see if they can find something here in the next couple of moments. Get this on the way. Let's see, the couple of Banshees will continue to hit the hatch. It's going to get there. Banshee's going to take some shots. And a couple of shots coming through those Banshees. Looking to get in again. Just going to grab the creep tumors. We're going to knock that down. And a little bit of this creep being cleaned out still. The Banshees working their way around that right-hand side. Queen setting up. A few drones pulling over. The Roach is going to come through also. And again, just going to have tunneling closer. Plus some missiles coming about. The Overlords building up as well as we settle down here in the next few moments. And the Queens will spread. The Banshees are going to latch onto the hatchery in the front. It's going to be half HP already and dropping a bit further. This fourth base absolutely going to be in trouble here as it's going to be low because even if the Queens show up, even if you drop a transfuse, it's still low, right? So it's still in trouble potentially from a follow-up attack or so. There is always going to be a little bit more potential there in terms of what might happen as the Queens do chase those Banshees away. Some Burrowed Roaches in the middle of the map are sat here chilling. I wonder if they're waiting for like the army to kind of move past and then they're going to move in. Would probably make a lot of sense. The army actually going to move out the right-hand side, so same idea. And they're actually going to split between a couple of mineral lines. Can they? I mean, they can unpop on this siege tank. Missile turret on the right side, so this is going to start being seen. These roaches going to unburrow. I actually wouldn't have hated the unburrow on the siege tank because you probably could have just killed it very quickly. Either way, roaches in every mineral line is obviously a problem as SCVs have to pull away. A ton of workers going down already. 13 workers killed so far, and I do think that number is probably just going to continue rising. 16 killed. Even if we don't do much more, the fact that 3 roaches are still hitting up Burrowed and just kind of spread around the bases is going to be a problem in the near future as well. So that too is still just kind of lingering on being problematic here long term. Yep, we've got 2 roaches up here, 3 roaches in the main base still. Marine tank, Banshee medevac all gathering through, and we do have the couple roaches pop up. Got a couple more SCVs, tank tunneling back over. Medevac going to be there. This tank is going to get some kills on these roaches. They are going to go down. There goes 1, and here goes 2. Those roaches go down. It's going to be seeing the roach on the top side, pulling back a little bit as well. It gets scanned. The Marine and the Banshee. Yep, going to take that turn and get back over to this. Roach drops. And we just have, again, Ultra Cavern. Ling Bane, melee +2, Bane speed, all of that coming through at the moment. And as you see, the Crypt Team is the Ling still continue to come across the map, heading down the bottom side for now. So a lot of Ling, Roach, Bane, Ravager gathering up over here. It's just getting those units ready. A big cluster of Zerg ready to maybe go across the map. I mean, we're maxed out here as Rex, and I don't think there's necessarily much for him to be waiting around on in this. I think he's going to have a chance to get going soon as we're killing Ravagers and Roaches. Okay, he did kill a Ravager though, right? I can kind of understand killing some Roaches, but killing Ravagers seems a little bit extreme. So a little bit surprised by this. As we do see Infestors burrow up as well. They're going to make that play. The Marines up top going to move around too. Marines going to push up. Couple of Banes going to wander up. Bursts of Vals drop down. The Marines get out of there. Another scan to see what else is going on. These Marines still pulling back. Couple of Banes just slamming into the Marines for the moment. And they continue to pull back out of here. And get away. Turning around for a couple of those Banes. And seeing Infestor also popping up. Is able to fungal if you want to. I mean, honestly surprised that you haven't seen an Infestor try to drop the fungal down as easily. Again, the rest of these Marines gather up. Ultra Bane Ravager gathering through. Again, Spire building. Melee upgrade coming by. It's about to finish. Again, those units gather. A couple of medevacs out over the left side. We're going to move over here as well. Hatchery goes into the top left-hand corner. Kind of surprised Rex is as laid back as he has been. I understand that nothing's necessarily helping him to necessarily kind of move through here. Kind of an interesting one. Just gonna see the Roach Ravager Bane Ultra. I really feel like you could just have A-clicked a couple minutes ago. Maybe these tanks are scary. I actually think Rex could have just kind of sent it though, honestly. Goku, by the way, is not bad. Just Rex is, obviously, in terms of a caster, pretty darn good because he really was an ex-pro. I don't think Coco was ever at that kind of pro level. He was GM. It's impressive points in time to be GM, but yeah, it was you know, still a difference there between someone who played at the professional level and he still does take games off the pros, and so on. Why does Solar and Shin never sign up for these? I'm pretty sure Solar and Shin signed up for every one of these Mondays for the last like month or so. This is the first time that they didn't play. Ultra wants to go after those Marines. Jumping through. A bunch of Marines dropping down. 12 drones going down. Everything else recollecting in the center here. Adrenal glands, +3 carapace, +2 melee. Those upgrades building through. 3-3 still on the way out, +2 vehicle weapons, as well as Marauder. A couple tanks, DC all building up as well. We are going to have this army going to start stepping forward and looking to jump on this. Ultra's chasing down. Corrosive Val's going to get rid of the Liberator. The Siege Tank going down as well. The Bane's trying to connect. On the right side, do you have Ultra doing its thing? It's just this siege up at tanks is obviously scary enough to kind of keep Rex from fully sending it, but I actually still think you probably could have gone further in here, right? I mean, it's a lot of tanks, but you can close the distance quickly if you bring everything. Okay, now you left 5 of your Ravagers back. That's the difference, like battling down 2 more siege tanks straight away, so. Medivac goes down there as well. Smoker able to get a K on it. Queen gathering up, tanks, Marauder, +2 vehicle weapons, 3-3 upgrades, bits of everything on the way through for now. Just going to see those few SCVs gathering as well. Just going to be seeing the 7 Ultras continue to build through, +1 flyer attack, +2 melee upgrade. All of that build into play as well here. Roach Ravager. Just going to step about for a moment or so. Planetary Fortress, Liberator holding tight. We are going to see that Ultra Bane, Ravager Force still stepping forward. A couple of these Banelings crashing in and getting some more damage done as well. The Ultra trying to snipe down a couple more of these Marauders. Now they step through, going after the Ravagers also. Just going to get a little bit more damage done. A lot of Lings on the way out as we are going to be seeing the Nidus into the main base. Just going to be seeing a couple of Ultras continue to come by. Just going to be seeing those diving straight forward here. Just going to be seeing the Ultras coming through as well. And I think this one is going to come to a close. Cool. Let's continue on then. So let me just sort a couple of admin things out. Ryung. And Nicorrect. Cool. No round of 16 match ready, so I'll just continue with some of this Rex Coca matchup, guys, and then go from there. Oh, we could watch Clem Lemon. I'm gonna swap over to Clem Lemon, guys. I think that's a fun one to jump on. So yeah, we'll jump out of Rex Coca and go into Clem Lemon for some round of 16 action. I mean, Clem's not online, so maybe this is a mistake, but. Yeah, let's swap to Clem Lemon if Clem arrives in the next couple of moments. I think that makes sense. Clemon. Oh, that Clemon. Where is Rogue? Yeah, he just can't play in all of these every week, basically. So yeah, he signs up sometimes, but not all the time. Today's is one of the days when none of the Zergs signed up. Oh, we could also go ByuN Hero. Okay, never mind. Let's just go ByuN Hero. I told a lie, guys. I said Clem Lemon. Let's go ByuN Hero. Yeah, that's gonna be better. And ByuN and Hero are both probably online, whereas Clemon is missing the Clem section. If I can log into Korea, it's not gonna let me log in time, is it? It's logged me in and bugged me out. Oh, I can't even log out. That's amazing. No, don't go too quickly. Please. Please. BNet's so laggy at the minute. That's BNet's been having issues for like I want to say a couple of weeks. Servers have been bad. It's been rough. Connecting to Blizzard services. I'm online. Perfect, it didn't go yet. Whew. Logging on to Korea gives me the gets me scared, man. Lambo's playing? Oh yeah, Lambo's playing Yeah, Lambo's playing ByuN, yes. Alright, ByuN and Hero hosting up, which means we're pretty much ready to go. Perfecto. Alright, countdown's off, and we are going to be getting into this, guys. Perfect. As on WardiTV Mondays, ByuN here. I am not convinced my connection to Korea is going to survive this game. It's already laggy before we even go in game, so let's hope that it's going to be all right. But yeah, let's see. At the top left-hand side, we're going to start off this best of 3 with the Red Terran player ByuN from the Shopify Rebellion. Of course, he is in the top left corner of Ruby Rock, taking on the bottom right blue Protoss player Hero. Alright, game 1 of the series. And we got this underway as we have a probe coming across. Fun matchup to more or less start the day on. Obviously, winner of this has Clem in their section of the bracket for the round of 8 as well, if Clem moves through against Lemon. So pretty exciting to see. These two going to come up against each other early, of course. And yeah, ByuN's actually been playing pretty well on TVP lately, but he's more so had classics number than anyone else. So yeah, let's see what happens. We're just going to be seeing the SCV, going to chase the probe around for a few moments. Let's see if he chases the probe. It's going to come through. Rax SCV gateway coming about. And get all of that on the way for a couple seconds here. And there's a couple SCVs going to chase as well. So yeah, it looks as though we're actually pretty stable in game. Alright, just gives me a moment to say a couple of things, guys, just right at the start of the stream today. Obviously, first of all, WardiTV Mondays brought to you by our wonderful partners, Winter, Loco, and of course, OSC. Of course, you guys can help us with the WardiTV Mondays and the other WardiTV events as part of the WardiTV 2026 series as well, over on the Patreon page, patreon.com/WardiTV. We've just put out a new replay pack available there to patrons at the $5 tier or higher. We also now have annual membership on Patreon, so if you want to support for the full year and in one kind of payment, guarantee yourself replay packs for the entire year, you can do that as well, and that becomes available. Well, that's been available for a couple of days now, so you guys can check that out. And obviously, again, 100% of everything we get on Patreon does still go directly into WardiTV tournament prize pools. So 100% of everything on Patreon goes into the prize pools of these tournaments, whether it's the Monday Cup or the upcoming Spring Cup and Spring Championship that we're going to be having going on very soon. Everything goes into those, so do check that out. And like I say, support if you can, support if you like it. Patreon is something we're going to continue to push because, again, it's just very important for us to have that Patreon as a good foundation to build these tournaments up from. So yeah, if you're enjoying the WardiTV StarCraft, get on that Patreon page and check it out. Alright, a little bit of selling out done. Let's get into this ByuN and Hero matchup and see what this TVP is going to be about here. So we do have a Stalker coming across and chasing the Reaper away for a couple of moments. So Reaper can push back there. Like I say, ByuN has been actually very good in TVP recently, but against Hero specifically, I still think he struggles a little bit. Now, Hero's already going to open with a little bit of a wilder setup. He's going to go for the Oracle to start things out. The Oracle coming through. Reaper is just going to nibble up at that probe, take that down. A couple of Marines are coming about as well, so continue to bring that straight into play. Bringing that up and running as we speak. And yeah, this Oracle is on its way out. So proxy the Stargate. But still kind of interesting with the Cyclone coming through. There's a very good chance we just get a good defense to this. We cannot afford for this Oracle to die, by the way. If this Oracle goes down early and you've committed a proxy Stargate for no real reason, then that would be really not ideal. Couple Marines is going to be there. Oracle peels away. I'm just going to have the, again, Phoenix and the Stalker coming through. The extra gates coming up. Probes and the pylons all continue to build. And Cyclone pulling back into the main for a few moments as well. Marine tank stim continuing to produce. Again, the Phoenix is popping out of the Stargate for a couple of seconds. Oracle pops by. Just going to be seeing the Reaper. He's going to actually take some damage. The Reaper goes down already. Just going to be a grab there. That's nice from the Oracle. Of course, Oracle keeping himself safe enough as you see a bunch of Stalkers warping in from Hero. That is a slow warp in, which surprised me that that pylon was not connected. But yeah, slow warp in from right there. Obviously, these Stalkers are unupgraded, so they're not going to be great straight away. That'll be an interesting kind of point to kind of watch for, basically, to see how that turns out. Just going to see the Cyclone and Marine's going to be there to chase the Phoenix away for the next moment or two. So we chase those out. And I'm just going to see that Stargate coming back around for a little bit. Just going to be seeing the Oracle actually getting locked onto for a moment. The Phoenix teaming up. Obviously, if the Phoenix can lift up a key unit, can make a lot of power kind of come into this. We need to target down that Phoenix, surely. Well, I guess not, because we actually focused on the siege tank with all the Stalkers as well. So that tank goes down. Stalker's going to keep fighting. The Cyclone now very important, I was going to say. Now we actually maybe do want to hit the Phoenix. Maybe that's why it would have been nice to hit the Phoenix initially. ByuN's just dead. Not having a bunker ready here is going to cost him this game, as that proxy Stargate turns deadly, and Hero is going to take an opening game with aggression right through the heart and open up with a 1-0 lead in this best of 3 round of 16 matchup. So, going to kick off right there, and we will go from there. That's that was quite a result. As we'll get ready to resume into Winter Madness for game 2, guys. Let's get this on the way. Invalid map. Love that for me. Alright, counting down. Game 2 coming up as we get this one started off, guys. So, kicking this away. I guess they're getting this one going. We'll be into play in just a few moments' time. Perfecto, let's move into this next game. In the top left-hand side, we have ourselves the red Terran player, ByuN, who will have to fight back from the deficit after that opening map just goes wrong very quickly. No bunker in time really is just deadly there. Just a lot of Stalkers, a lot of gateway units on the back of the Oracle, and Phoenix. The Phoenix especially was super MVP. You probably don't feel like you're in too much danger against a Stargate, because why would you be in danger when the guy is building something which is not typically dangerous? But obviously you spam the gates and use the Phoenix to take out key defensive units, and yeah, you can see very quickly how quickly that disappears. Well, ByuN's turn to be a little cheeky aggressive as he sets up over on this side with the barracks, so he's going to bring some feistiness into play. Again, SCV pulls, probe just going to get moved around onto for a couple moments here as well, so we step around, just going to be seeing the Marine coming over for a couple seconds. Going to be seeing the factory, the orbital, all coming through, so some bits and pieces coming about just initially. Cypher on the Nexus coming into play. And yeah, ByuN is going to proxy everything, so really going to commit to this aggression. Hero will see nothing in the main base, so now you've got to start making calls based on that and figure out what defense you want to approach this with, what sort of setup you actually want to try and go for here. As that probe continues to move around, and the SCV will chase a little longer. Again, the assimilator coming by, Nexus coming through. It's going to bring a lot of this into play right now, and again, the Adept and the Warp Gate continue to come about as well. SCV still nibbles at the probe, so again, just a chance to do a little bit of damage, a little bit of work. Go back and forth here. Healthy probe. Pulling away to the side, like I say, everything is proxy from ByuN, so full send from him over these next few moments to figure out exactly what this plan is going to be. I'm just going to drop another Chrono Boost down. I mean, like I say, this one here has got to know something's up. He is, he's on his expansion. He's building a battery at the front. He's going to go Robo, which does give you a lot of defensive capability. The gates for the wall off I don't love in this circumstance because there's not really much that the wall off is going to give you here. Like, okay, you could argue maybe hitting the gateways is going to buy you time. But a wall off is more like, hey, I need to defend against Hellions, and so against tanks, obviously you can sit there and just sitting at the front is still damage being done. Now, obviously, ByuN is going to be very committed, so you need more than negates, but it is a starting point for this aggression, so keeping that in mind is... I'm not sure what his plan is here. Is he going to try and elevate? Oh, this is sick, no? So because Hero doesn't have vision in the corner of his natural, he's going to make 2 trips with the medevac? No, he's not. I thought he was going to unload here and then go back and grab reinforcements and go again. Wow, okay, he's actually just going to attack at the front. This is much more boring. It's much more boring. It's also much less risky. So, to be fair, like, sure. What's he going to bring up? I was going to say, I don't think we want to siege the tank here. These units are going to step forward very aggressively. You need one tank siege as the units come moving in. Otherwise, you're going to have a bad time. These Adepts commit. We're going to commit to this. The Adept's going to pull back, trying to get friendly fire. The Immortal actually dubbed for a long time there. It's going to go down. It kind of moved around in an awkward way. It couldn't reach the tank it was targeted onto. Well, we do get rid of one tank, though. That's pretty important. Another Immortal on the way up from Hero here shortly. ByuN's going to try and get to a Liberate and try and really kind of double down on this sieging position. It's going to be seeing his first gateway in some trouble. Second tank does a lot of work here. Do we want it to be sieged? He's actually going to leave it unsieged. It forces the tank in the back to be the target fire. We do lose the Immortal, but we also get rid of every single Stalker. Oh, I think Hero's in trouble. That is very bad for him. Next Immortal is only halfway done. This tank can siege up a little bit closer than it has than the previous tanks have done. So that's kind of a big deal in and of itself as well. It's going to be seeing those gates get depowered, and now this becomes a problem because now you're working with one Robo, one Gateway, and this is where, like I say, those gates being on the low ground really are just nothing but an issue for you. They just leave you in this problematic position. The Immortal is going to get targeted again. We will get another tank, but now we're going to get a Liberator showing up. A few Marines holding their own against those Zealots. The Liberator is such high damage output, and we have nothing that's realistically great against that right now. So this does feel as though we are pretty much on the dying moments from Hero. His supply is not there. Pylon coming up. New Immortal. This time you can see Immortal is just on a Chrono Boost, so it's just too far away from actually being a reasonable kind of defense. ByuN hits back with aggression of his own to tie this series, 1 apiece in the round of 16. Yeah, the gates at the front are so deadly here. At the same time, if you don't have gates at the front, then ByuN can, hit something more important more quickly as well. It's a strong build for a reason at the end of the day. And we're going to go into White Rabbit for game number 3 between ByuN and Hero as we set this up. Let me get this ready to go. Counting down into play in a moment. Where is Team League? Team League resumes on Thursday, guys. Yeah, Team League resumes on Thursday. So if you're excited for Team League, Thursday, Friday, and Sunday this week will be Team League days, and then Tuesday will be the last Team League day. Well, might not be the last. It's the last live Team League day. We'll have some replays to get through a different day, I think. So, but yeah, that's roughly what's going on. So, yeah. On the top right-hand side, it is going to be our red Terran player proxying it up to tie this series into a game 3. It is going to be ByuN. He takes on the blue Protoss player. In the bottom left-hand side, it's going to be Hero as we kick into game 3 of this best of 3. Should cut off reinforcements. Stalk should be between the production and the army. You can't really do that when everything's proxied, though. how are the Stalkers going to get between the army and the production when the army is in that line? Like, it's so close as well, so you can't really get around it anyway. Because the Stalkers would somehow have to find their way around an army that just doesn't really... make sense. So, yeah, I think in a more typical push, that makes sense. Because there's also just so much more time where that's, like, available for something to potentially happen. But yeah, I think in this case, you just can't really go for that. So, I kind of agree with the Adepts. And, so, that's the choice. Seems reasonable. Seems reasonable. Do you have this probe going to come moving across for a couple of moments? Probe coming over. Gonna be seeing the Marine, gonna be that probe. Gonna be moving over as well, so a little bit of motion early. We got an expansion from both players. Obviously, Hero's build came off a bit of an expansion in the last one, but you know, we'll see what happens as we continue to come through. Just gonna see the Marine looking to get at that probe, trying to hunt that down. The SCV gonna come hunting along with it. As that probe will fall into the corner, goes down already, just like that. Alright, a couple of Marines still coming through. Hellion coming up off the factory. I'll bring that online for a little bit right now. Get that all going. And a few Marines, the Hellion just going to come straight through, chasing that Stalker down. And so for a couple of moments, is going to chase that initially. Marine's going to try and hit the Stalkers back and forth, so attempting to make something happen here. We'll see other units from here. Hero able to get some value in just initially, so putting some work in at first. Trying to see where we can get to for the next little bit of time. Raven coming through. Couple Marines and SCVs coming about. Again, got that blink on the way by as well. So, we're going to see the Stalkers for now getting over there. Just going to pick off that Hellion. Take that down. Again, just see now blink continue to come through as well. So, nice little bits and bobs just for the moment. A couple gates in the robo facility coming on through. And again, just going to see that Raven still continuing up there as well. So, get some good progress on this as ByuN will set up into a very standard setup, as does Hero. About time we're going to get past the 5-minute marker of one of these games, Game 3, and we're finally going to get to see 5, 6, 7 minutes instead of just 5. Again, Blink coming through, the Prism coming about, Stalker coming over as well. Maybe seeing the pylon on the way. And just trying to figure out what our plan will be. You see an extra Stalker coming about. Blink will finish on the Twilight Council in a moment. Big push from Hero. I mean, how many gates are we on? 4, so it is one of the more aggressive, well, it is the most aggressive kind of Blink Stalker opening you can really look for here, while still, you know, having some kind of macro element to it rather than just being straight up all in. The Raven will do some good damage. All the Stalkers are across the map, so there's nothing to push this Raven away for a while. Just going to fly straight through. When it finally drops the turret, Hero is finally going to pull, but that should be a second probe going down. Maybe actually got away. Going to blink on this tank. It goes down very quickly. No bunker here is a killer for ByuN. The tank on the high ground was in range for a couple of shots, but not the entire time, and now that's going to become a bigger issue, especially because if you blink on this next siege tank, it's going to be very dangerous. Now, a blink in is, you know, dangerous too, but if ByuN loses that tank, this game can kind of slip away from him very quickly. Now, a couple of good tank shots there, got 2 without any sort of return fire, and Stalkers warp in at home to defend the Raven, which is actually kind of nice for ByuN as well, because that means less Stalkers over on this side. Obviously, you're going to have the 4 Stalker poke into the main base in these next couple of moments and trying to find something with these as they come straight by. A couple Stalkers coming across in return. A few SCVs will go down. A few Marines going to chase back over too, just looking to again play cleanup on this in the grand scheme of things right now. And Prism pulling back over as well. Going to be seeing the Marines upping as the Stalkers pushing through. Just going to be seeing the Marine tank still all gathering together then, so again getting that joined up. And just going to be seeing +1 Stimpack, Marauder, and Medivacs all on the way by. And Prism is going to try and load on top of the tank, but the defense is there from ByuN. 14 workers behind in this game. He's lost 18 to this attack, which is extremely sizable. Obviously, Hero is on a later third base than usual, and Stimpack soon is going to help ByuN out, but I do think Hero's already stepping away, and he should be happy with this. This was more than enough damage early. As these Marines are going to try and fight. Stalkers may think about to jump back into the main, not quite going to go for it yet, though. Stalkers step back up there right now instead. Just going to be seeing the concussive shells continuing through. Just going to move around there for a couple moments. Stalkers and try and step across. Just going to come across there, blinking over for a couple of moments. You see the recall coming down straight away. He's just going to bring that over. Tanks and Stalkers going to get underneath. The Medivacs going to take a little bit of damage already, so a few shots coming straight through. As I do have the Zealots playing cleanup, so this drop doesn't do enough, and I just don't think these tanks can realistically move to the other side of the map. I just don't think there's a way in which that ends up positively in the slightest, unfortunately. Yeah, see the Zealots still gathering, a couple of these tanks getting sieged. Coming back over, just gathering around there. Prism moving up. Zealot Stalker coming across. Take a couple of moments to step back through on this one. A couple of Widow Mines are going to get burrowed as well as all that bio continues to gather around. Bio pulls back a couple moments. Zealot Stalker still stepping forward. He's going to be an observer going down the Prism. Zealot Stalker, Immortal Force all coming around that right side now, trying to see what else is going on. A couple of mines just setting, and you can see the first ET showing up. Just even more issues for ByuN at this point in time. Not exactly looking pretty for him, as Burrowed has a ton of stuff and is absolutely raring to attack straight into this position. So definitely wanting to just kind of send it, right? I mean, it just feels so good for Hero right now. Looking very good. I'm just going to be seeing the bio. Libs coming by, the armor upgrade coming through, Robo Bay in the facility coming about, Nexus also in production at the moment. Couple Libs is going to get them. Again, the other Widow Mines gathering up as well. A little bit of a pushback. I mean, ByuN needs to scare this away. He realistically needs to get to his third base. There's obviously a lack of, splash damage here from Hero, and we're grabbing them all thanks to the concussive shells, and Hero wanting to retreat away from that, so that actually works out. Big shove. Kind of like the I kind of like the SCVs pulling, man. Like, honestly, there's a chance here for ByuN. Massive counterattack from Hero, but that's all just supply that's not here. ByuN just says, let's go then. He's just going to stim at this. Force fields have to come down, surely. Two of these Immortals super low. Can we get a few shots off? I think two Immortals are going to die here. Hero scrambling to a defense right now is in a bit of trouble. Tank's going to unsiege. You're going to push up. Obviously, those disruptors are scary, but they've got to fight from far enough away that they're going to be safe. Right now, ByuN is closing the gap. He's going to pull back. It's a juicy couple of disruptor shots. They're also going to start killing off there, man. The Zealots just recall home. I think they alone might actually make a defense at this stage, depending on what the Widow Mines do, I guess. ByuN's obviously all in. He's got to get rid of these pylons. He's got to get rid of these disruptors before they do much else. We recall a handful of zealots. Zealots coming in from all sides. Disruptor from the top side comes in. It hits a lot of the mines. I felt like there was potential here for ByuN. I kind of liked the idea of what he was going for with this SCV pull. Disruptors actually worked pretty well and bought a bit of time. Plus the force fields on the ramp buying you time as well. Able to do enough, and this should just be GG. Hero to take a 2-1 victory in the round of 16, knocking ByuN down. Here we'll move through to the round of 8 today in the WardiTV Mondays. 79, almost into the 80s, is kind of crazy as well. Been counting down to these 80s for a hot second. Crazy business. All right, run some ads. Let's have a look and see what the bracket is doing. So Hero moves in. He's the first round of 8 player. And then we have round of 16 matches looking like this. So Honmono beat Alex. So Honmono goes up against MaxPax. Nico wrecked against Classic. Classic 2-1 against Hacker as top. Hacker as top getting a map win there. Shameless playing against Kua. Ryung playing against Lambo. Clem is playing Lemon. The winner of that plays Hero. We'll hop on over to NA in case that wraps up, or maybe we see another game of that series. So Hero 2-1 ByuN. Then Percival is playing against Harstem in the round of 16 a day, and Rex is playing against Zaun for some ZVP. So that's everything that's going on in today's bracket, guys. So that's where things are at. Everybody is in-game right now. Jeez, my friends list is just full of in-games. So, yeah, it looks like Hugh just came out of game. He's playing Shameless, who he's actually had some issues against in somewhat recent history, so... But there's no way we're jumping into anything right now, guys. We are absolutely waiting for Clem, Lemon to come out of game, and we're very much so expecting Clem, obviously, as the favorite there to potentially move through and play against Hero, so that's what we are going to try and then cast. So we are going to aim for that and go from there. Yeah, Kyo's dropping a lobby, but I think we just wait for Hero and very likely Clem, and if Lemon upsets Clem, maybe then we'll jump into something else, but I think it's worth waiting around for, so... I mean, we could maybe ask them to wait. I don't love doing that, though. It's... asking them to wait always, I feel like it's very like be able to keep moving and stuff, to be honest. Cool. Alright, guys, so we're just gonna be waiting a couple moments to see if Clem and Lemon come out of game pretty much, and then we'll go from there and figure a couple of things out, see what we can do. Alright, we're just chilling for a couple moments then, guys. Just chilling. Yeah. How is Ellie doing? Ellie's great. What are these noises, by the way? For some reason, my freaking menu sounds are just on. There you go. No, Ellie's good. She's had a great weekend. She dropped her off at her bestie's house yesterday, and her and the other pupper like to play bite, what we call bitey face, which is where they try and bite each other's face. They love it. She went to the beach twice. Yeah, she had a great daycare day. So she's I brought her home like just before we started streaming. She walks in the house and she's like, "Oh my god, I'm so tired." she's just napping. She is just napping, I believe. If she's not napping, then I'm surprised. Percival 2-0 Horson, by the way, puts Percival into the round of 8 as well. Just another little update there, guys. So Percival into the round of 8 too. Cool, cool, cool. Do 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 boom ba da boom. Yeah, Clem and Lemon's still in game. I was gonna say maybe Coker's actually in game with them. Maybe we could actually make an effort to see this. Clem is leading by a map. They've been in game for 5 minutes, so maybe I did I miss them going into the next game? I think they started just as we came out of game, actually, is probably what happened. Yeah, let's take a peek at Coker's stream, guys, because I think we're pretty committed to going into Clem versus Hero if Clem wins. So let's have a look. So yeah, this is obviously game 2. This is from the French stream, so it'll be a little bit yeah, we'll be getting a little bit no game sounds, but we'll just have a little peek to see what's up and happening in the game. So it's a worker lead for Lemon. Lemon has a lot of army supply though, so you'd imagine he's going to try and do something right now as he starts to come across the map with his Bioforce, so making a bit of a push straight onto these Stalkers and looking to try and get something done. Got siege up on this base, and the Stalkers and the Colossus are going to kind of fight back for a couple seconds, as you can see. We've seen the Colossus actually kind of hanging on, low HP. Oh, oh my god! If both Colossus survive, that's kind of funny. I'm gonna say it's okay for Lemon, but they're so low. Clem not being able to capitalize and finish off either of those is really quite sad. And grab Stalker reinforcements here. It's gonna be where it gets dangerous, where you have a few more units showing up, and those Colossus obviously still low. Takes a stim. Just gonna see the Nexus is gonna get dropped down, cancelled up already. So just gonna clean that out to begin with here, and we're just gonna be seeing this force from Clem. Actually, may get the Colossus now as he dives in. He's gonna get one of them. There's another one that replaces, but the damage output struggling to get there at the moment. Go back again. Another Stalker going down. Another grab being made. Again, a couple of medevacs just going to come over and across for a couple of seconds as well. Vikings, Marauders, plus one attack coming up as well in the engineering base. We continue to bring that through just for a moment or so here. Getting that into place. It's going to be seeing the bio-medevac force coming over. Lots going through. Stalker's coming about. Going to be seeing the Nexus dropping down the front there as well. So just bringing that straight through again. Robo Facility Forge, the Nexus continue to come around also for a couple seconds. Just going to have ourselves the two Colossus gathering. Yeah, for the moment, at least, Lemon has survived, and Clem will just have to sit here for a couple moments. That's going to be seeing the Bio going to push through. A couple of Stalkers taking damage. Zealots coming across as well. Colossus pulled back and decided to step away from this right now. We've seen this Bio set. No, a couple of Stalkers going to get chased. Just going to be stepping through. Another nice scan to see what else is going on. Zealot, Stalkers, Colossus going straight by just for a couple of moments. Now we're going to see the Disruptor gets denied. It's a nice job from Clem. Just needs these Vikings to get rid of the Colossus, and the damage output here is going to be, I feel like, almost non-existent, right? Zealot, Stalker against a good chunk of Bio. We've got a new Disruptor showing up, but that's also not likely. Probably going to be enough, to be honest. Another scan coming down. Just going to be seeing the Zealot Stalker force coming over, centering the Disruptor coming through too. Going to set ourselves in here and yeah. Turn around. I mean, as long as we keep dodging the Disruptors at this point, Clem, I think, just gets further and further ahead. The Disruptors really are the be-all and end-all at this point, unfortunately, for Lemon, and obviously they can scare Clem off and buy you a bit of time, but Clem's getting stronger. Maybe I'd be more worried if Clem had better tech on the way, like, you know, for example, I mean, armory and engineering base a start, but like, I'm thinking if you see Ghost starting to build and so, maybe then I feel a bit worse for Lemon, because then him buying this time is getting worse. I guess Clem's army is, okay, he is actually adding Ghost on, so he has a Ghost Academy, is what is important to note there. So that's, noteworthy for sure. Another Disruptor shot, not going to quite land just yet. Army coming across, just going to be seeing force coming through. We take a couple of moments here to sell. A couple of those ghosts pop. Clem is still threatening on the top side. There are bases coming up from Lemon as well, so those bases obviously very important too. Get those into play would be amazing. You're going to see another Disruptor shot just going to land for Marine and half a bit of the Marauder HP as well. Now those Zealots are going to come charging down. Stalkers blinking in for the Medivacs. Not quite going to get there. Vikings lift up into the sky again. A couple more Zealots still going down. We scan once more. A few more Zealots are taking some hits again here. And another Disruptor shot. Not quite going to be what we need. Clem. The thing about Clem is, of course, he's so confident in these scenarios that he's very happy to just play this out and let this kind of pass on by. And get this Colossus coming from the other direction. That's a Disruptor we have to dodge from. He actually doesn't take that big a hit from it, though. New Disruptor shot. That's a little bit better. Again, the Vikings just chase the Colossus down, and again, with the Disruptors now on cooldown, your damage output is Stalkers and whatever these Zealots can do, which are not exactly looking great. And it's just going to be seen, I think, in this case, Clem is going to win out. He's going to take the 2-0, and he will move on through to play Hero in the next round of the competition. All right, thank you, Koka, for joining us and casting that one so we could take a peek at what's going on. So we are going to obviously go into our Clem Hero round of 8, guys. So that's going to be our quarterfinal matchup today. As I have to video, I'll just run one more round of ads just while we can, and we'll go from there. Obviously, we'll be back in game and stuff. Just, yeah, I just realized after a couple of minutes, I was like, well, maybe actually Koka's casting that one, so... Alrighty, so we'll take a couple moments and, like you say, go into Clem versus Hero, an obvious choice for us. And, yeah, Lemon looking okay in that match, just Clem. Sometimes you just play against Clem and you just have to accept that playing against Clem is, not going to be fun for you, so, yeah. It'll be rough for sure. Guess they will take a few moments and get into this next one here and, continue on by. So, yeah, we're ready to go, go, go. Again, thanks for joining us, everybody. Hope you're doing great. What is... Is there a thing that mutes the freaking menu volume? Because I swear we've not had these sounds for so long. And now they're just back. Or am I crazy? Maybe I'm just crazy. Joining the lobby. The Clem hero here, guys. It's going to be Winter Madness to start us off. Everyone's in here as expected. Let me get this ready to go. It's weird, just mute it all. I can't though. I don't know how to mute it. Like usually I don't want to mute my actual sounds because then I have to unmute it when we come out of game, which just sucks. Like, I'm not crazy. No, I didn't think so. I'm sure they've been muted before. I just don't know where it is to mute them. Oh my god, are all of them loud? There's definitely an option to mute them, but I just can't for the life of me find it. It is annoying me today. I don't know what they've done, but recently I feel like they've been messing up some menu options. The other day, part of my menus moved from where they usually are, so... Crazy. Alright, let's jump in to what should be one of the better matches of the day. In the bottom right side, our Red Terran player repping Team Liquid is going to be Clem. He battles against the blue Peral in the top left corner, Hero. As we get into game one of this best of 3 here in the quarter-finals. Again, appreciate you all joining us today. If you are enjoying the stream, again, just to mention that, of course, do consider checking out the Patreon. This is a good series. It may end up on YouTube, so it's always a good one to kind of mention at the start of. But patreon.com/WardiTV, 100% of everything pledged on Patreon goes directly into the tournament prize pools for tournaments like this one, as well as the rest of our WardiTV 2026 series. So do check that out. And of course, if you're watching on YouTube, a quick mention, you can like and subscribe the video, whether that's the live stream you're watching right now, if you're watching a specific upload. Likes and subs help us out a lot. YouTube has decided to start struggling the last couple of weeks, so hoping to try and get that back on track. It has just taken a dive off a cliff. I took a couple of days off, and YouTube's like, well, that's it. It's over, boys. And it's over. He didn't stream for 2 days. We should make sure none of his content gets sent to anybody. So got some likes in you on the YouTube. Greatly appreciate it. Goes a long way. Hopefully we can make the YouTube decide to like us again, because yeah, YouTube viewership has quartered in the last 3 weeks for literally no reason than I took 2 days off somewhere along the way. So yeah, let's try and get the YouTube back up a bit. It just needs some interaction. You give it some interaction, YouTube realizes we love it still, then it actually tells people to watch the stream again and stuff. It's really crazy, but that is the way it works. That's the way it works. Gonna be seeing the next thing coming through. Take a couple seconds. Gonna be seeing the Stalker and so coming out. Let's jump on. We got a bunch of people in here. Let's jump on news cam, who is following the probe that's scouting around. Nothing really to scout. Everything's pretty normal at the moment. The Reaper gets to the other side, and we'll see the same kind of story. Obviously, there is, high ground CC, so Clem being a little bit tricksy in terms of what he's showing, aka trying to not show too much at all at the moment. Adept, Warpgate, both continuing through, so we bring that straight up. The Twilight Council coming in. We get a couple probes still on the way too. Starport and so continuing by, and that probe just going to patrol in this natural for a few more moments as well. And bring that about. So yeah, that probe will continue to do the patrolling. For a couple moments, a little grenade going down. The Adept gonna get grabbed also. This probe still gathers up, and again, the charge and the warp gate coming through as well. Again, we don't mind just gonna move down to the low ground probe. Moving back and forth. And yeah, warp gate, charge, gateways, everything producing die for a couple of moments. So we having the Marines coming through, the Widow Mines coming up. Build a lot of that into place straight off the bat here. Just gonna drop that pylon in. Again, a few gates continue to come about as well, so we get a lot of that coming straight on through for the moment. Move over with the medevac. Hey, what's up? Thank you so much. Kaloff, how you doing, mate? Thank you so much for the 57-month resub. Back from a week's vacation and ready for my WardiTV. Hell yeah. We got you, man. Thank you so much for the 57-month resub. Hope you had a great vacay. You had a good time. Let's see the double Widow Mine. Burrow, unburrow. What we gonna do? Don't know yet. If burrow, unburrow happens. One shot goes off, nothing too crazy for a moment or so. Just gonna see that Stalker continue to come back around. Another Widow Mine dropping straight into place. And the probe's gonna get blasted just for another kill, so a single probe going down there. And the Adept and a few Stalkers still trying to set up as well. Orbital Command will take a few more shots of damage. Got a little bit extra done for the moment. It's all taking damage. Just gonna see the Marines in the tank trying to come back over for a few moments. Results will charge up. Just gonna see a couple of these Stalkers coming through as well. I mean, this is a big push from Hero, and Clem is just looking like he is in trouble, as Hero's just been bringing the aggression early in these games today, and Clem, obviously 11 SCV is down, Orbital on under half HP, burning. I mean, we kind of got to save this. Tank does siege, we should be able to save the Orbital, but the damage is really already done. We kill an extra Stalker, these Zealots are going to be just tough to deal with, as we've already been seeing. They're absolutely just going to be a challenge presented here, and I kind of get the feeling that this one is going to be kind of on the way to being over. Hero just showing up, aggressive play, getting straight into the front door, and obviously delivering a punch that is going to have Clem on the ground and struggling to get back up again. There's another Widow Mine firing through, a few more shots coming in. There's a couple more shots coming through, so again, a few more hits coming about. There's Orbital Command floating over. Marine tank, medevac continue to step across as well. Tank will be there. The Orbital coming through. It's going to be seeing the Templar Archives continue to come around. A lot of Marines. I mean, Clem obviously gets up on the low ground. Down 20 workers, though, it means that Hero just has the freedom economically to kind of do as he wishes. It's going to be having the blink. Going to be finishing again. Storming the gates continued by the Marines, the medevacs, the tanks. Stepping through for a couple moments as well. It's just going to get themselves moving across. Again, those gates just going to come through. Again, Storm coming around. The Zealots and the gateways continue up. The pile on the way. Marine tank, medevac is going to begin to get across as well. Just going to see a lot of these units going to push. Clem going to hit a little bit before Storm. He's going to give himself a chance, right? Because he's going to have himself a position he can work with here. This is with Stim. Storm's going to make it difficult. But like hitting before Storm was nice, but that's obviously only going to do so much. And now you see those tanks are going to get sieged and stormed, and the Marines have to pull back. Zards actually have to come through the storm, which is less than ideal to say the least. And actually, Clem, wow, he actually survived through the storms. A lot of the tanks took the damage here. Marines are low HP. More storms are going to be deadly. Can we avoid enough of those storms for this to maybe make a difference? Is going to be the question mark. It's going to be seeing another auto turret going down. Oh, it's a massive storm. Oh, that's not great. We've only got 3 medevacs to heal with as well, so that's going to take some time. Going to be seeing the group units just gathering back up together. Just going to see the units are going through. I mean, those probes are going to be stacked up. Can these Marines survive long enough to make a difference here? The bunker gets up. It will not do too much. It goes down. Clem's supply is getting a lot closer to Heroes in terms of the army supply, because for a while Clem did have the army supply advantage. That was there. Like I say, now that's starting to be kind of dissipated. And I think this push from Clem, yeah, obviously it had some potential, but it is looking as though it's dying a slow death right now. There's another storm. Yeah, these Marines, no combat shield as well, so they're just so flimsy. Any sort of splash damage on them is getting the job done. Hero is looking to push himself into a 1-0 lead after a little bit of a scary counterattack. Hero did a great job early. Clem really hit maybe the only timing that gave him a chance. As you'll see, the Zards charging down here. GG is called, and Hero has too much to take in game 1 of this best of 3, and Clem will be left in the dust to start off this series. So Clem starting down a game. Some updates, by the way. ByuN 2-1 Lambo, Shameless 2-1 Cure. So Shameless and ByuN, one of those guys, is going to go to the semi-finals today. So that's actually kind of a wild result. MaxPax is waiting for Nicoractan Classic still going on. That could be a banger as well. We've seen Nicoract playing great TVP lately. Then Clem Hero is happening, and then Percival is still waiting for Rexons. Now, today's bracket is getting interesting, but I fear that maybe we're going to be still kind of ending with like the favorites. We'll see where it goes, but yeah, there's a lot of interesting results coming through over the course of the day as we get into a game 2 right now. It is going to be on Old Republic to see if Clem can tie us up and take us to a game 3, or if Hero is going to power through 2-0 style and just get straight to the next one. Alright. Off and away we go. As we kick off into Old Republic. In the bottom left-hand side, down a game will be the red Terran player. Representing Team Liquid, this is Clem. Well, in the top right, our blue Protoss is going to be Hero. Game 2, BO3, coming at you. Let's see what happens next. Progressing along, simulator coming up for a couple moments as well, so again we get that started for a little while. And yeah, just going to be seeing ourselves drop down some structures at the front, racks and a gas coming straight through, for examples, just getting those up and running. Final real finish, like I say, the double proxy Rex from Clem, so he's just going to bring the aggression straight back at Hero. Like I say, Clem has feels as though he has had more struggles in this matchup lately than he had for a good while previous. I did feel like he had TVP kind of figured out for himself, but a lot of this early game TVP has been an issue for him again, surviving a lot of the attacks. A lot of his own attacks kind of being shut down and kind of figured out as well. Feels like they've kind of directed him in some directions as well, so I think a couple of reasons why some of these little bits and bobs have been problematic, to say the least. Let's going to see that orbital morphing in. And wait to see where we go next. So yeah, next is Cybercore, all coming up and get through for a moment. Again, next is in the Cybercore, then building, so we just bring that up and get that started and look to see what exactly comes in next here. Still gun probe moving through. Concussive shells is on the way. That Marauder's still producing by as well, so again we get some bits and bobs coming along, but we are just waiting for these Marauders, and we are going to send this. This attack from Clem is going to be full throttle very, very shortly here, so you'd imagine that this is pretty much getting set to go. Again, there's like concussive shells coming through as well, so again, we bring that straight about. Just getting ready to continue by. There's going to be the few Marauders joining together as well, so here we go. Big push in. Hero's like, uh-oh. Has to start pulling things back straight away in that moment, so let's see how much or how quickly he can kind of get out of trouble, as obviously this Nexus is probably going to go down. There's an Oracle on the way because this is a Stargate build, and that kind of keeps this very interesting as well, to be honest. That actually kind of makes this kind of an intriguing kind of follow-up, because you are going to see those Marauders coming through. The probe is going to pull back for a couple seconds. Just seeing the Marauders continue to fight a few probes. On the way across, is going to get rid of a couple of these probies nice and quickly there. Yeah, I mean, we get rid of a lot of probes. Like I say, the Oracle is continuous damage output, so the fact that this is a Stargate is one of the reasons why kind of sitting back here as Clem maybe was not as beneficial, because it means that you actually get Stargate units up, and they're actually going to have a chance to come into play and everything, so there's definitely a little bit of something to look at in that regard. A very interesting little situation for sure here overall, as we just get back into this and see where we go next. Stalker and the Oracle continue to come through. Just bring that straight about for the moment. Just going to see the Stalker's going to continue by. Couple of Marauders still taking some damage and taking a few more shots, so again, a little bit more being done just for the moment. And again, the pushback is going to happen here, and it does look as though it's going to be pretty okay for Hero in the grand scheme of things, I think. So I think he's actually going to come out of this all good at the end of it all, which is a little wild. That's, like I said, I think the Stargate build is something which just goes a lot better against this. If you're trying to go into Twilight and you don't have the Twilight Council upgrades or anything up just yet, then obviously that's way more problematic than what you're now seeing. So, yeah, not ideal. Let's just have ourselves the couple of units coming about. So again, we settle for a moment or so. Twilight Council Robo Facility both continuing into play. And just going to be seeing Hero attacking up. Now, where does Clem go from here? He's going to expand. Obviously, he never got rid of the expansion of Hero, so that stays alive. So that part will remain pretty solid. A few SCVs come down this ramp to try and get set up as well. So they're going to try and get involved. This is going to be GG. Hero is going to take a 2-0 advantage in this matchup, and is going to be off to the semifinals. So Hero through to the semis. Zaun will be playing Percival. MaxPax Classic, Shameless Rung. Maybe we can catch Zaun and Percival, because I feel like that one is closer to just starting still. So maybe we can do something there. Maybe that's something we can jump in for. Let's see if we can get to the Korean server. It's going to be the bigger problem, more than likely. So let's see if we can get over there and potentially actually catch this one. Otherwise, I'm not actually sure what we're going to do, to be honest, but let's try find out. Like I said, let's see if we can get to the Korean server first of all. That's going to be step one. Oh, they're 4 minutes in game already. Interesting, then. Let's probably go back to NA and wait on something else on NA, because it's either MaxPax Classic or Shameless Rung that could come out of game. Maybe give us something to watch, so we definitely have a couple of options here. Just got to figure out what exactly we're going to plan to actually do, I think, is going to be the question mark. So yeah, let's take a few moments and get this figured out. We'll get you guys some more StarCraft 2 on the way. Thank you for joining us, of course. Appreciate you all tuning in and watching us for some StarCraft 2 today. Pleasure to be here with you guys, casting some StarCraft on the Monday Cup. Again, always appreciate you guys tuning in. For the Mondays, yeah, we've got a fun week coming up. Obviously, Wednesday going to be Kung Fu Cup. So I'm actually going to be off tomorrow, and then after tomorrow being off, finally going to get truly back on the grind. Wednesday Kung Fu Cup, Thursday, Friday, Sunday Team League, So we've got a busy few days once we get past tomorrow, basically. We go from there. Cool. So, with that all said, let's take an investigation into everything else, perhaps, I guess. Yeah, we'll just hang around a few moments and figure out something that comes available in NA. Shameless and Shameless and ByuN are 4 minutes in game. Yeah, there's not really a great option in terms of what we cover right now. All the options are a little bit unfortunately. That kind of just leaves us in a bit of a lead position overall. So yeah, a little bit of a strange one, guys. We'll take it easy a few moments and figure out what we want to do next, perhaps, as we work our way into more StarCraft 2. How's everyone doing in the chat, though? Let me know what's up. How you guys doing on the YouTube? No Scout GG. I think No Scout is a GG if he's playing like a Twilight or so, but against Stargate, I do think the Stargate just naturally is a defensive style, and it gives you a bit more hope and opportunity there, and kind of puts the pressure on Clem to have maybe done more sooner than what actually happened in this case, right? So I think that's kind of the issue that comes around, basically. So yeah, I think that actually makes it a bit more problematic than, say, if you were, then yeah, kind of what the initial expectation might have been, I suppose. As, yeah, I'm not sure what we're going to do for this next game, though, guys. It's just a question of who becomes available first. Like I said, I'm camping out on NA because there's 2 matches happening on NA when there's only 1 happening on Korea. Oh, this thing in the background's doing my head in. What is the option that turns this off? Like, someone must know. I think they've just changed it and, like, removed the option somehow. Or was there must have been a quiet one, right? One that didn't make as much sound, maybe? Space Cloud. Surely Space Clouds are quiet. Yeah, maybe we just had it on Space Clouds in the past and that's quieter. Maybe that's the answer. It's loud? I know it's loud! I think we had it on Space Clouds, and I don't think Space Clouds makes a noise, so maybe that's it. Maybe that's just the answer here, and it's for some reason it's just reset our option, and maybe there wasn't an option, and I just had it on this one already. That probably is it. It's just been so long since I had to fix it, because why would they update it? I don't know. Sometimes they press random buttons in the StarCraft 2 update, in the StarCraft 2 update screen, I'm sure. Ay. Alright, yeah, we are gameless for the moment. Is a new patch coming soon? No idea, mate. Or would they even put in a patch, just like a balance update? Yeah, but probably a bit too far. Didn't we just have a balance? When was the last balance update, actually? When was that? I can't remember. I can't actually remember when the last balance update was, to be honest. Hi, StarCraft man. Thanks for the games. Hello, StarCraft viewer. Thank you for watching the games. Appreciate it. Big time. Thank you very much. Yeah, I'm not really sure what our plan is, guys. I'm not sure what to hop into or cast. It really is probably just going to come down to whoever comes out of game first. Like I say, Classic is playing MaxPax, Shameless is playing ByuN, Hero is in the round of 4, and we also have ourselves Percival playing Zaun. I actually would have liked to see Percival Zaun, but they were in game for kind of a short amount of time, which made me feel like it maybe wasn't worth trying to get into that. I'll hop back over to Korea. Maybe we accidentally find them between games, which would be fortunate, but I feel like Zaun Percival is the one I more want to see. So maybe we take a little look at potentially getting into that. This freaking Korean server login bug is doing my head in. Let's try this again. Try this again. You're looking forward for the next balance update? Yeah, I think balance updates are always kind of cool. Hard not to be excited for them. Yeah, Percival and Zan have been in game 10 minutes, so maybe we just... I actually think if I get into a game, I'd rather get into Percival Zan, so maybe we just watch for Percival Zan. Yeah, maybe we just watch for Percival Zan and kind of just try and figure it out from there in general. Might just be the go-to on this one, guys. Coolio. That 10 minutes in game, I'm pretty sure they're in game 1 because they were one of the last round of 16s to finish. Took a little while, so I think they're only in game 1, which would be kind of cool for us, but like I said, I guess we'll see. Yes, we will see. Do 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 do. Do 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 ba ba ba. Yeah. All right. I'll run some ads while we don't have much else going on, guys. Apologies for a bit of a slow day. Just kind of getting between the games is taking a little bit, but just unfortunately how today is playing out, it seems. So yeah, apologies in that regard. Oh, is Rex in game with them? Oh, we could watch Rex's stream. I'm so dumb. I just realized that Rex is probably in game with them. Cool. Let's jump in with Rex then. Let me find Rex's stream 1 second, guys. Sorry, I just realized this. Hey, Hobbit Kabul, how you doing, mate? Thank you so much for the 5-year resub using the Prime. Hell yeah, 5 years is always amazing. Anytime we see anyone that hits like an annual kind of resub level, I always think it's really crazy. Thank you so much for the 5 freaking years, mate. Appreciate that. That's awesome. Hell yeah. Thank you so much. Yeah, let me get on Rex's stream, guys. That would make sense. Watch this from Rex's point of view, and then we can kind of just jump in the series from there. It's going to be a great way to approach this. 10 out of 10 choice. Good thinking, everybody. Everyone that suggested that. Great job. Let me jump on Twitch. Bring it over. F11. Put it in. Full screen it. Bam. Alright, so looks like this is game 1 between Percival and Zan. It looks like Zan has the supply advantage at the moment, so definitely looking a little bit better here for our Korean Protoss than our Korean Terran in this game 1. Obviously, whenever this plays hero in the round of 4, there's a very good chance we get, like heroes down, and then I honestly think, classical MaxPax versus Shameless in the top side of the bracket could be very likely to happen as well. So we might just have a day of PvP, unfortunately, in the top 4, guys. It's actually been a hot second since we've had the PvP-centric top 4 of a Monday Cup, but obviously it can still happen, and it's kind of on track to happen today as well if Percival doesn't turn this series around, I think. So just a little pre-warning. If you're sensitive to PvPs, you may want to buckle up for the end of this stream, because it might be a PvP kind of focused, like I say, last little bit of the day. As you are going to see Percival taps out of this one. Cool. Well, we jumped on Rex's stream just in time to watch Percival die, but that does mean we can jump into a game number 2 of this series and kind of go from there at least. So there is a benefit to this. Go from there and, yeah. Jump into game number 2 and we'll be in game and we can go from there. Oh, I'm glad we found, yeah, this has fixed, by the way, the issue with the sound. I just needed to figure out which of the background backgrounds don't have a freaking loud-ass sound attached to them. It's just been a while since we needed to figure this out, so... yeah. Alright, we invite everyone in and get ready to go into this in a few moments' time. Old Republic is our map. I'm going to get this hosted up right now. Like I say, get this into action. So, Percival versus Zown coming through. Get this straight underway. And we are going to be heading into Old Republic. So Zown is up a game in this BO3 and looking to make his way into the semifinals. Zown doesn't play in these events a lot. I don't know if he's just like not available generally on Mondays or so, but yeah, he doesn't play these events a lot actually, so kind of cool to see him here and participating today and making a little bit of a run for it, as we have in the top right side. Down a map, our blue Terran player here is Percival, and he takes on the red Protoss in the bottom left-hand side, Zown. Alright, pop you on the Inu camera here, guys, for a couple moments, and we'll get ready to go. Get things underway, see what's going to happen. Get this started out in a couple of moments. Alright, so you take a few moments, like I say, we get set through, see what's going to happen here for the next couple of moments. And obviously, we didn't get to see the start of that Zown and Percival game, so we didn't get to see too much there initially. So this one kind of, in terms of opening, we just have to see a little bit of chance to witness what's going on. And you have the probe, gonna nibble through. After that, SCV on the barracks just for a couple moments there, get that on the way. And on we continue. Alright, just gonna see that probe stepping across then for a couple of moments. Get this settled in for a couple of seconds here, so again we move this over just for a little bit. Just gonna step by, take a couple seconds. And just gonna be seeing the probe having scouted around for a little bit here. Trying to see a little bit of what else is going on. Alright, so Twilight Council coming about, Gateway coming through, and get a lot of this ready to go. And again, just try and see where things are going to get to. It's a few marauders early from Percival, so he's going to come across the map initially with a bit of a different kind of opening kind of presence to what you might typically expect, so a little bit of a different vibe there to the norm, and see what we can maybe do over the next few moments with that, as you just see the two marauders in the Marine. Gonna come straight across the map. Stimpack is building up on the barracks initially. Just going to drop a factory down as well, so we also bring that straight into place. Got that on the go. Marauders and the Marine stepping through. The Adept will take some damage. The Stalker going to come across, put some damage out as well. And the Adepts and Stalkers combining to put some damage onto the Marines, onto the Marauders. Stalker goes down. This is going to be obviously a nice catch. So we take that, and now we're actually going to get quite close to killing this Adept, as the Adept is going to shade to kill the Marauder, but it isn't going to get there in time. So the Adept goes down, and now Zown's in trouble. Has to cancel up that battery initially, makes a big explosion, as we are just going to step in aggressively for at least one Stalker kill. Well, this is going to be where it ends, but the damage is done. I mean, obviously units given up by Percival as well, but Zown loses a bit, and he also has to pull his workers in for a little while. Resources lost is going to be favoring Percival off of this opening, so I'd say Percival is going to be pretty content with that, and it takes away so much potential, right? Because a lot of units now missing for the Protoss force that might have been used to kind of attack straight through into you, and stuff like that maybe could have been a possibility. So I think that's kind of neat as a overall kind of option as well. As you just see, the Marines and the tank continuing through, the Stimpack still building, Starport about to be done in the next couple moments. Coming through for a couple moments. Just going to see those Marines stepping down. Tank on the high ground. A couple of SCVs going to step over for a little bit. Marine, tank, medevac all continue to die. The combat shield is coming up as well. And a few Marines going to just sit tight for a moment or so. The Stalkers are going to also sit there and figure out what we do next. Charge building through. Temple Archives on the way in. The Gateway still producing. Again, combat shield, Marines, and medevacs building into place. Getting that all up and running over the next moment or two. Percival doesn't attack soon, Zaun's going to recover hard. I mean, you gotta wait to attack though, right? Like, he can't just go across the map with nothing. I mean, Zaun's recovery is basically he's just getting gates, charge, and Temple Archives. He's actually not on a super high work account, which might be one thing for Percival to kind of really take note of, actually. Might be somewhat substantial to, like I say, keep an eye at. That's going to be seeing the couple Stalkers warping in again, so they're just going to come straight through. Get in position. That Temple Archive is going to be in place as well. So Percival still on a lead, just has to be careful with what he does with it here. These Marines in a little bit of trouble with this medevac. We are reinforcing, and it's going to make an awkward blink. Ends up saving these units, so actually makes that a pretty okay little situation. And the Stalkers do get a couple more pickoffs though, so a couple more units going down towards the tail end of that. A couple more tanks will end up sieging up as well. Just going to get that set up as we go. ByuN going to force the Stalkers to blink to the low ground. Can Percival do much with this attack? I don't think so. Charge is done, and you scan and see an Immortal and an Archon, so the tech is quite clearly getting there from your opponent as well. So knowing that that tech is coming online is a major positive. And again, the Immortal, Archon, and Stalker continue to come over as the ByuN gathers up front. Mines, Medevac's Marauders coming through, attack upgrade as well. Still seeing that Ghost Academy also building into place. ByuN steps over and again, just taking some position in the middle of the map. For a little bit of time, you're going to see a few of these Stalkers getting grabbed and jumped on for a little bit as well. So again, we play cleanup for a few moments here. Just going to see that ByuN stemming through. A Stalker will be caught. Storm, the Zealots, and the Prism all coming online as well. Again, Viking, Marauder, Marine in good production at this point in time. Just going to see a couple units unloading. The Zealot's going to get caught as well. And again, the few Stalkers just sit in the middle of the map as the CC floats across into the top side third base position. So again, we get that straight in place right now. Get that on the go. And again, that ByuN is going to be gathering. A couple of Widow Mines joining up, settling in for a few moments. Pylon in trouble right away here. So let's see another couple of units warping straight by. Marines in that medevac just hanging about. Again, the Forge and the Probes come through. The attack upgrade will build. Those Ghosts continue about. The armor upgrade also building by as well. So again, we get some good bits and pieces coming through for the next couple moments. Those Marines join up in the medevacs, and we are going to be seeing the ByuN force coming straight through the center. Drops onto the 6 o'clock position. ByuN will come through there. The Stalkers are going to continue to fight by. The Zealots charge in. Widowmine gets caught. The couple depots coming by as well. Again, still seeing the armor upgrade. The Marine Marauder continuing through. I'm just going to see the Ghosts taking a bit more damage. But the fact we've got Ghosts is obviously a nice little something. And Percival and Zaun in terms of splash damage obviously is playing a game reliant on Storms. So having those Ghosts up is going to be extremely important. So we're doing a lot of the right things here is what my analysis is bringing us down to. We're doing a lot of the right things. There's a couple Storms that come down, but yeah, I mean, we should have plenty of High Templars. We should have plenty of Storms, so using a couple already, even if they're not super effective, it's still kind of alright. Just initially, medevac going to boost through those Marines. It's going to drop straight down, get in position there. We are going to be seeing a couple of those probes getting picked away at. So yeah, a few of those probes all getting picked away at. 9-10 workers going down, a bit more damage being dealt. So we've seen this bio still trying to come through. Another storm coming straight down. And again, we have to kind of split away from this. A few more probes are going to continue into place. The 11 workers coming back over. Just going to be seeing the bio pulling back. The Zealot's going to keep on charging forward. And Zaun, is he going to have enough power to get through this? Yes, he's going to force the lift up. First of all, honestly, still traded kind of okay into this. Thermal Lance coming up behind it. The switch to Colossus is a very real thing that is on the way very soon here, essentially. So we're getting very close to that being apparent as the Prism getting caught for a moment or two. The High Templar goes down as well. The Bio's still there, chasing the Zealots and the Stalkers away once more. So continue to push this away for now. Again, +2 attack, +2 armor coming in. The Vikings still building. The medevac's on the way. Just going to see the Nexus settling into the center. And the Bio Army gathers on the left. Still see the extended thermal lances going to be done here in a few moments' time. So we'll have that coming up as, again, 2-2 upgrades otherwise continue into place. About equal upgrades overall as well, which is always worth taking a little bit to note on as well. 2-2 +1 ship weapons gathering. Getting set up here for a little bit and wait to see what may happen next. Again, those couple gates still gathering by. This continues to come into play. Again, a couple cannons, couple gateways. Little bits of everything coming over for a few moments. A couple High Templar looking for storms. Does find one. We're going to kill both the High Templar. Can we step away from this without taking too much damage? So you'll see the Zealot Stalker still chasing through. So again, we just go pushing straight forward for a little bit. We are going to be seeing, obviously having the Colossus to kind of capitalize on the storm damage that's already been done is pretty sizable for the most part. So again, stepping through that for a couple moments right now as we continue over. Stalker's out, Colossus still pushing over, so again, we are going to be seeing this, honestly, a little group of units from Percival. This is not everything of his. He has plenty more to work with here. Step back over again. That Stalker getting caught for a couple moments. Couple more shots coming back through. And this army still settling to come back forward once again. Storm comes down. Just going to see the Zealot Stalker. Colossus continue to come about. 3-3 upgrades. Don't love that Percival's not continued into his own 3-3. He's definitely got the money to start it. It's the sort of thing where just delaying a little bit, right, and he starts it now, but every few seconds without is just more time where you're exposed. But I do like a drop across the map here and getting in to potentially deal a little bit of damage as well, so we get straight through. Bio going to jump onto this next in the bottom right. The pylon will go down as well. The rest of the Bio still standing strong for a couple of moments there. Just seeing the other units gathering back up. Bio coming across, the medevac's loading. Gonna escape away for a few moments and just reset. Yeah, I still like the fact that we obviously chased this away a little bit as Percival brought this army back, essentially, because of this movement. So that was very cool. As we've seen the rest of the Bio coming back over. Again, Advanced Ballistics coming through 3 upgrades, +2 ship weapons. Lots of bits and pieces coming about right now. The Colossus laser beaming into a few Marines initially. But I'm just going to get wet there. That gate set of rocks, sorry, is going to go down as well. It's just going to clean those out right off the bat and get that underway. And yeah, 3 upgrades, +2 ship weapons, all coming through. Advanced Ballistics and those libs continuing up as well. Stalker, Colossus, Archon. Coming back around, just going to see a couple of these bits and bobs lingering as we step about here. It's going to be seeing the Bio Ghost Viking army gathering up together as well. Army gathering, Bioforce, Medivacs, Vikings all joined together as well. So again, we get everything ready to go right now. Just see the rest of this force still set to try and engage. We just have a few units here that are going to sprinkle through. Should be manageable by Percival. Should be able to kind of jump on this and somewhat clean it out. So we're going to get to kind of, again, dealing with this portion of that pretty quickly here. 3-3 upgrades, plus 2 ship weapons all coming about as well. Continuing with that for the moment. So again, some more bits and pieces coming about. It's going to be seeing this Archon. Currently morphing. The Liberator is going to be there to help delete it. So we lose 7 SCV, still manageable as we're in this later game PvT. The economies are good, the bank accounts are good, a handful of workers here and there. It's obviously not going to be nothing, but it's not going to be game-changing just yet. It's going to take a few efforts of that really kind of chip you down over time to see impact. A 5 base Terran against the, well, growing base count of the Protoss, going up to 8 or so, I think, over the next moment or two here, which is kind of ridiculous. Basically, your own entire half of the map is already taking. It's just the speed of the Protoss expansion, as per usual, is kind of showing its strength here, showing just how powerful it can be and how quickly it can get to that sort of point. Stalkers are going to blink through. They want the Liberator, which tries to set up. And again, we're just poising ourselves in position to try and hold this army off and to do as much as we possibly can over these next few moments. Colossus looking to step through once more. And straight back into this. You can see the Vikings are going to shoot. A couple of Colossus actually going to start going down. The rest of the Colossus shouldn't last too long. Percival's supply has actually plummeted, though, unfortunately, and we will get rid of all the Colossus, but the question being kind of at what cost, I suppose, is really the big question, because, yeah, that's going to be, I think, an expensive one. Loses some more SCVs. His bank count already being spent. A lot of his minerals disappearing. They come back pretty quickly. Join back in together here, so we just take a moment or so. Got the Neil Steel plating coming up as well, so just bringing that straight through. Another disruptor shot coming down. Bioharmy just gonna have to pull away for a couple of seconds as well. It's just getting out of there for a few moments. Pulling out of this for now. DT is actually gonna come slicing across onto that base. So the problem with this later game TVP, the DTs become such a viable option as well. Something you've really got to try and stop and deal with, basically. And like I said, that definitely complicates things and makes life a whole lot more difficult generally. So yeah, that ain't gonna make things easy as these DTs continue to get through. Take a few moments to get set up as well. And SCVs and probes all continue to come about here. Just gonna have ourselves the moments of calm. The medevac actually going to get shot down there as well. Just going to be taking that out straight away. I'm just going to be seeing the rest of the bio coming back through as well. So again, we just settle that down for a moment or so. Just going to be seeing the bio units still coming across. A couple of DTs are going to move. And if we can kill the DTs, then at least you get some kind of value back for this, essentially, as Percival. But you know, that's the kind of the big but, or the if, right? If we kill those DTs, and obviously that's more easily said than done. And even still, Percival has lost a lot in the grand scheme of things here. His work count is hurting. His army supply is still kind of hanging on in there, but his army is playing in such a way that he's continued to just kind of chip away at that army supply without too many issues in the grand scheme of things, seeming pretty reasonable overall. It's going to be seeing the disruptors here. Going to see one of them going down. The disruptor shot firing, not quite able to connect just yet in full. Again, the rest of this Marine Marauder medevac force all still coming up, so just getting rebuilt over the next few moments and just trying to see what it is we can do. These Vikings going to get jumped on. We're going to see the disruptor shots coming over as well. Continue to fire straight in, and again, looking to play cleanup for a couple of moments. Continue to shut that down for now. And those DTs gather together, so again, we'll Wait for them to maybe make a bit more of a move, perhaps. Again, a bunch of units gathering once again, just getting set up. It's going to be seeing a couple Liberators. Going to get themselves sieged as well. Disruptor shots coming straight on by. Little Disruptor. I'm going to land for a few moments as well. So again, we get straight back in there. Get more done. DTs are going to dive on this topside base. The repair is decent, but it actually might be enough because the DTs are going down. As the DTs die, we actually kind of save that. So it actually becomes better than expected. So that's actually kind of nice. Okay, well, I'm not going to be completely dead in the water just yet, as we just have a chance to rebuild back up here again and get back into this. You're going to see the Zeld Stalker Disruptor Force coming back through. Again, the other Zelds are going to pull back across also. Bio Ghost gathering together and getting settled in right now. Disruptor shot's going to fly, but not quite land just yet. Another Disruptor shot flying. Not going to be close to the connection point just for the moment either, unfortunately. So we're going to see a couple more of those libs getting set up. Zaun's done a good job of continuing to chip through those libs. He's basically made sure that the entire time we've not really been able to kind of get like a significant Liberator count build up to the point where things are going to be very tough to clean out, essentially. See the Stalkers still blasting their way through a base, and again it does feel as though over time this is becoming more and more of a problem here for Percival, because there's just no way you can sustain this. Now, funnily enough, his army supply is still good, but Zaun has a ton of money, so rebuilding on the back of this for Zaun should just be absolutely okay. There shouldn't be a problem in the grand scheme of things there shouldn't really be a problem at all in the grand scheme of things from Zaun's perspective, because he should just be able to warp in enough that he's never, like I say, truly in trouble here. And that pretty much just guarantees that you're going to be alright. Let's see the Bio coming back through. The Vikings and the Libs setting up. The Zelds are going to come charging on forward, so they're going to make their way in. And, well, again, Percival kind of winning another fight. Disruptor does go off, but we might kill all these Disruptors. They are actually at least getting some Bio units. Everything that goes down just makes it easier to warp in for the defense in the end, right? And again, that's pretty much going to be the main talking point of how this gets wrapped up and what happens in the dying moments of this game. The Vikings overhead. The Stalkers still trying to push through, but the Liberator will go down. A few more of those Stalkers getting cleaned out once again. Disruptor trying to get into play, not quite going to make it. And again, a couple of High Templar stepping forward. We'll finally get a Storm off. Took a little while. Thought they may have both gone down without storming. It's, like I said, kind of crazily close here overall, but we are going to get to a point where Percival just doesn't have enough to keep it going. He has a ton of orbitals, so there's been a way for him to kind of continue getting some mineral income and so, but the numbers are not going to lie for too long here overall. Again, a few extra quartz still coming back over. Trying to see what else is going on. Solid Stalker still chasing. It's going to be GG, and we are going to wrap this up and get this called into an answer, guys. So that will be that. Zaun 2-0. He moves on to play in the semi-finals. So we actually know already Zaun will be playing Hero. But the other semi-final is set up. It's going to be Classic against Shameless. We will begin with that one. So yeah, we will set up into Classic Shameless first because they were both that matchup was ready to start earlier. So we'll move into that PvP. Unfortunately, guys, it is going to be a PvP ending to today. It's going to be all PvP. It's, like I say, it's actually been a while since we've had such a PvP-heavy top 4 in the Monday Cup, so sometimes it happens. And like I said, today shall be one of those days, as we'll get ready to go. And we'll see who is going to take today's Monday title. Zaun vying for his first ever. Shameless also vying for his first ever. Let's have a look. Get this ready to go. Oh, we're gonna have Harston join us. Just the man I want to talk to. Before Harston joins us, guys, do you just want to make a mention? We will be doing some sponsored content after the stream today with Call of Dragons once again. If you want to check that out and support, you can !COD in the Twitch chat right now. You'll get the link to download Call of Dragons. Downloading it alone supports the stream. So if you want to check it out, !COD, download, support the channel. We get paid literally for you guys installing the game. And if you really enjoyed, obviously, you can level up a little bit, get into level 5, spending 10 to 15 minutes getting to level 5 gets us paid again. So we basically get paid twice. So definitely check that out. Like I said, it's a big, easy way to support for free from your guys' perspective. Just take some time to download, install, and like I say, play a little bit if you do so fancy it as well. We appreciate it if you do. As we will come across and answer the phone call.
Hello?
Hello?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. How you doing?
I'm doing fantastic.
Yeah? Nice of you to finally join us for a Monday cast. It's been months.
For a Monday cast? No, I sent you a message 6 weeks ago and you denied me.
6 weeks ago. Sounds about right. I denied you one time.
Yeah, one time.
I can't remember why. I think my head hurt.
Yeah, you said you were bored or something.
I was bored.
You said like, yeah, you were bored. You said, I don't want to do it with you. Right?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't
and
want to pay
then
attention.
it's like, but it's like being denied once. Do you really want to be the guy that keeps asking? You know, you don't want to be that person.
That's me inviting Cyril to tournaments.
Has anyone ever said no to you before, Wardy, when you asked them out for a date? Probably not, right?
Probably. I don't know.
Yeah. Did you then ask a second time 3 weeks later, thinking that maybe this time?
Well, no, but I did ask Cyril, like, you know, a lot of times playing tournaments, so, you know.
Yeah, but that's different.
Same idea. It's different. Why?
Yeah, it's different.
Because it's not a date.
Yeah,
it's
not
still
a date.
me. It's still me getting rejected on a repeated basis. Still gave it a go.
Yeah, but it's not a date at all. It's a
Not
completely
date.
different situation. How are these analogies in your mind?
I think you could say this is also not a date.
Well, it feels like it to me.
It does it?
I'm nervous. I don't know how it's gonna end.
Bit of excitement in your life. Now I know why you're so eager to co-cast.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Definitely.
banging top 4 today. All the Protoss.
Yeah.
Did you cast them already after you lost, or
Yeah, MaxPax Classic.
Max?
A banger.
Banger? Yeah, 2-1.
Yeah, not bad, not bad. There was a game with a proxy robo versus a proxy robo. But I think MaxPax has played that scenario like too little.
Well, he started proxy roboing too late, right?
Yeah. Yeah, the train has left already.
Mm.
And he's still trying to get on it.
Yeah.
And he's a fast runner, but not that quick. Do you know he's actually really freaking good at running?
He's really good at running.
He's really fast.
How do you know?
He told me.
Tells you?
Yeah, he tells me like his running times. Like he's insanely quick. I can't remember what he said last time, but it was ridiculous. I think it was a 10K in 38 minutes.
That sounds very fast.
It is very, like for non-professional runners, like that's very good. There's probably going to be like 7 people in your chat that will claim to be quicker, but I don't believe them.
How do we know it's true, though?
I mean, why would he lie about it? That's so weird.
Why?
And also, he's been upping the number over the years. You know, it's not like it was there at once.
It's a long running kind of conspiracy.
It's just weird to do. Why would he do that? I'm his friend.
Well, you think you're his friend.
No, why would he lie about that?
I don't know.
Go through all the effort of talking to me.
Maybe he wants you
for
to,
what?
Maybe
he's the worst practical joke.
Maybe he's trying to invest. Maybe he's trying to get you, jealous. I don't know.
Of what?
Of his running time.
No, because if someone is a friend, you wouldn't be jealous of them. You'd be happy for them.
Maybe,
I think that's pretty much the definition of a friend. The moment when something good happens to someone you know and you feel happy rather than jealous, then they're your friend. No?
Yeah, I guess so.
Because I have some people that I'm friendly with, but if they would win the lottery, I would hate it, you know? I was like, I don't want their life to be better than mine. But then there's some people, if they would win the lottery, I'd be freaking stoked, you know? It's like, oh my God, that's so sick.
Yeah.
They're going to live their best life. Actually, winning the lottery generally is, I think, a bad thing for happiness, no?
Well, yeah, because people can't control all the money, no?
No, they can. But also, like their friends start acting very weird.
Yeah. Yeah. They all think they deserve some of it for being.
Yeah, a piece of the pie.
Piece of the pie.
Yeah, a piece of the pie. Like, remember when I used to, buy snacks for you in high school? Like, no, I don't.
Remember when I loaned you that 100K?
Yeah. Like, what is it to you? It's just 100K. You want 20 million. It's like, yeah. The logic is flawless. I mean, I just wouldn't tell you, though.
If you win the
I would, however, contribute more to your Patreon. But I have one problem, Wardy. Where do I find the Patreon?
Oh, I've sold out on the Patreon so much already.
Yeah, but not the my people yet.
Patreon.com/WardiTV. It's at all-time high right now.
All-time high?
Yeah.
It's like the stock market, so now's the best time to invest.
Now's the best time to invest.
Yeah, it's double your money back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you don't get
your
money
return
back.
on investment on this is going to be insane.
Double the StarCraft back, though, essentially.
Yeah. Yeah, which is much better than money. You pay money, get high-level StarCraft. What more can you want?
Pretty much nothing.
Crazy stuff.
Crazy stuff.
Okay, what's this? Robo at home versus Robo at home. I really truly hit PvP rock bottom here.
This is both get a prism and try and drop some adepts and then slow expand and take a while for anything to happen.
Yeah, but you know what happened is neither player scouted and just started looking for proxies. But because they're not seeing the other player scout, they believe that the other person is proxying. So both of them truly believe that it's a proxy versus proxy right now. Or well, they believe that they're being proxied at least. So you get these really weird anti-proxy responses. And apparently their anti-proxy response is exactly the same for both of them. Ooh, Classic is going to get in, however. And he's going to block this as well with a pylon. You have a little bit of a trade in the middle of the map on top of that.
Yeah, we've got some adepts fighting each other off. It is going to be a better position for Shameless. He actually gets a few free hits with the line of sight blockers in his favor, so he is able to knock an adept a little bit lower on HP. And otherwise, we just see mortal production starting out as Shameless, but Classic is going to go into the prism, right? So he knows he can just get the prism and be a bit aggressive here because he knows nothing's coming his way. Shameless still isn't convinced about what's happening, so he's going to be defensive with an Immortal first, and then prism a bit further down the line.
Yeah. It is an awkward situation, though. Like, I don't even know what you're supposed to do in Classic shoes either. Like, he's getting a third gate right now, which I'm not sure if it's correct. Because this, one of the things that's really cool in Robo versus Robo is if you get a Stargate, is that an Immortal drop cannot hurt you anymore. And an Immortal drop is one of the strongest things. However, if you're going for like a defensive Stargate and your opponent already straight up expands, then you're the sucker with the Stargate and the delayed expansion. And with 3 gate, at least you can put on some pressure, you know? You can add a 3rd gate, and maybe if they expand fast, you can try and kill your opponent. And now both people are doing that. So it's turning into, I don't know, just a weird game.
Yeah, I'm getting a little strange as the Immortal comes up. I was going to see that prism flying across in toward the main base. Has a couple of adepts inside, so would like to get an unload and to put some damage out here, perhaps. So we'll try and make something happen. Just going to see the couple of probes going down. And yeah, Immortal, sentries coming through. Probe on the way still. And the prism moves back out over to the natural for the next couple of moments. It's nice for Classic. He's just getting some damage done. And there is the Stargate now from Shameless. He's going to start setting up to, like you say, be defensive against like the continuation of what could be, an Immortal drop in the future or so. But all of this is just setting into like... It's not a lot of like developing into the longer game though, right? Both of them just afraid to go there.
Yeah, I mean, I don't quite understand how we would get into a long game either. So Shameless now can go for a double Immortal drop. And Classic sees the Stargate, instantly expands. And Classic still wants to go across the map as well with his 2 Immortals. At the same time, these Adepts are taking a bit of a beating. I don't think you can actually go across the map with the Immortals anymore. This is really risky. If the Prism with the 2 Immortals finds the 2 Immortals, Shameless gets the kills. Luckily for Classic, that's not what happens. This was a super risky move. On top of that... Wait, why is Shameless attacking his own gate? Okay, never mind. He quit. Like, this Phoenix could still be extremely bad here for Classic. If you get a lift on one of the Immortals, like, you're freaking cooked.
Yeah, definitely a dangerous position that we're working through at the moment as we just have a couple of Immortals dropping down. Actually going to find himself a Stalker. And it gets taken out, so that's something here, but there's just no defense on the side of Classic, so he's going to be in trouble. I mean, he's got a lot of Stalkers anyway, but in theory, like, these Immortals can just trade... I'm not going to say forever, but they can trade for a very extended period of time in this situation. We are going to see the Prism taking a few shots, though. It's actually going to go low. We do get away. Actually, took a lot more damage a lot more quickly than I thought it would.
That was quite poor micro out of Shameless. At the same time, we have no batteries defensively. One of the really cool things you can do is when you see your opponent move out, is you can counterattack with your own Prism and actually hold your main base ramp. But you need to identify early that your opponent is moving across the map. Imagine the double Immortal drop would have gone into the main and we get like a triple Adept warp in there. Then at the same time, Shameless gives up his natural and just holds his ramp with force fields. This is a very different game, but it's not at all what happened. So now I think Shameless is just honestly in a world of trouble. He recalled his Prism as well on top of that, which I think is just the incorrect call at this point. And it's going to be a tough hold here. That's for sure, no matter what you make of it.
Yeah, and Prism with Classic staying strong and utilizing the force field to keep units from backing away too easily. And the Phoenix as it shows up is nice to take an Immortal out of the fight for a little bit, but it doesn't last very long because Storks can very easily choose to just focus that, which they do. Shameless has to say GG as Classic is going to open with the 1-0 lead in this best of 3.
Crazy start.
Crazy start. That was actually a kind of a wild ending to the game after it got set up. Because I thought Shameless was doing a lot of things right, but just didn't have what he needed in the end when Classic got across with everything.
Shameless did beat ByuN though. And Cure.
He did beat ByuN and Cure, yeah. His PvT is very good against the Korean Terrans, it seems like. This is not the first time he's beaten Cure, especially. And Cure has been looking actually very good in TVP again lately. Shameless just seems to have his number a little bit.
That's crazy.
And
Hero beating Clem though. What a surprise.
Hero just keeps beating Clem lately as well. I feel like Clem's lost a little bit of his confidence.
His edge?
I think, like, yeah, maybe. Like, I feel like his confidence kind of gave him the edge. And I feel like that's gone a little bit.
He's not edging anymore?
He's not confidenting anymore.
Oh, dang it.
I don't know.
Let me see. Oh my god. Out of the last 6 series, Hero won 5 now.
Yeah, no, it's kind of brutal.
Oh, that means Clem only won 1.
No, that is the math that I came to as well.
That is very little, Wardy.
That's very little. And you can even go back further. It's like 2 out of the last 9 or something. And Clem had a bit of a winning streak. Yeah, this
2 out of the last 11.
11.
Yeah, if we include today's games as well.
Oh yeah, that's not even on there yet. Yeah, no, it's I don't know. Clem is really struggling against Hero. Specifically Hero, I feel like he's actually doing okay against some of the other Protoss still. Against Hero,
like
just
MaxPax?
Yeah, like I still think he's not doing as well in general versus Protoss, but he is like I still feel like when he goes in against MaxPax or Classic, I still feel like it's winnable for him at the moment actually. Whereas versus Hero, it just feels like he can't get the edge at all, you know.
Last 3 series he also lost against Max. The 3 before he won, and then 4 before he lost. So out of the last 10, he won 3,
so
which is also not great.
Not great, but it's better.
So it's better than 2 out of 11.
Yeah.
Or 1 out of 6. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, he's definitely something in TVP is not clicking for him right now.
Understandable. Ooh. A low ground gateway. You know, I don't see a lot of PvPs on Celestial Enclave. Usually someone vetoes it because everyone hates it equally.
I was gonna say it's just a weird map, no? It's like there's so much kind of weirdness with the in-base expand and kind of navigating that, and then like, you know, certain busts kind of going through the rocks on the right side of your natural, for example, as well. So that's not really as safe of a place as it might typically be. So I mean, why not just veto a map that's just weird like that?
Yeah, get rid of everything that's weird.
Well, it's just like, you know, there's a lot of maps that have weird parts to them, but this map has so many weird parts that it's just easy to kind of say, well, there's just so many ways I randomly lose this game. Let's not play with that.
Yeah. You're allowed to be a little bit weird, but not like everything. It's okay, you know, like if you wear a trench coat to school, that's fine, but you also can't be in Magic the Gathering and wear glasses. That is too weird. Is that what you mean?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. Okay. We're on the same page then. Yeah, I'm with you. Yeah, you need to kind of pick your battles. Like when you're gonna, you know, fight the popular opinion, and Celestial might be hitting too many things at the same time. What the hell is this build? You're playing double gas, Stargate at home, against a proxy robo, post scout, double gate, stalker. I actually think this is extraordinarily good here for Shameless. Unless he loses the pylon.
Yeah, it's obviously going to take some hits, so he doesn't really have anything nearby to start defending it, so I'm going to go ahead and say that pylon's going down. There's no way to fix that at all, right? Like, send a new probe over, that's going to definitely delay it a bit. He's just going to cancel it, okay. That's, that is bad. Very bad. If you cancel your proxy, what do you think the best thing is to do? Build tech back up at home or just take like a crazy risk that can expand straight away?
I think you have to expand him. So, I mean, the expansion time is not the thing that worries me the most. It's the fact that he's down 3 workers and his opponent's going to have an Oracle against not an Oracle. The one thing that's really frustrating about defending an Oracle is that you really get no advantages often. For example, if you're trying to play Blink, you still need to get like 5 Stalkers first and probably a battery, and then you can get your Twilight Council. And at that point, the player that built an Oracle can also pretty much build a Twilight Council. So you're never getting any major wins. The only thing you can do is stop your opponent from completely killing you. And I guess that's what's going to be his plan. Classic moving across the map here makes sense because he wants to bait these Stalkers away from the main base. What Classic maybe doesn't know is the fact that there's a battery in the main. So this isn't quite as risky as maybe it usually is. I think there might be some room on the left side. He's just going to go for a stasis ward, or at least attempt it.
And put it down, gets cancelled up straight away, so never mind. And we just have Twilight Council, 2 more gates coming back at home from Classic, so his preparation into the Twilight play is at this point just well underway, basically.
Yeah.
And Classic obviously just maintained that slight work lead throughout as well, just means that just the things that kind of happen from here happen a little bit faster. Obviously he's going to get 3 gates, and that's going to now be a lead for him against the single gate that Shameless still sits on, so just these little things. Blink is going to be at a similar time, and at least if Classic gets like a couple more Stalkers long term out of the extra gateway being up, then that's obviously really good for him as well, so these are the things that we'll start to see coalesce over the next few moments and figure out where everyone truly is at in this game too. Actually, that's an Oracle.
At least one Oracle went down there. That helps. But yeah, I don't know. I'm not a fan of this position for Shameless at all. Because you still need to get your own detection. You still need to deal with Oracles, aka stasis wards. Yeah, it's very frustrating.
Yeah, no, it's tough. I don't really know what we necessarily do from here, apart from just start looking for a good fight. Obviously, it's not so far behind that it's like impossible, but like you got to try and take a good fight. Maybe some harassment goes in your favor to kind of help level out that probe count. Classic's going to be faster to a 3rd base, so it's going to be one thing extra for Classic that kind of goes his way. And actually going to see a robo dropping down from Shameless, which is just a shame as well, right? Because that's kind of a little bit of safety, right? Preparation in case DTs or something show up. And it just doesn't help you kind of progress forward in the game as much as like a Nexus into the robo after would do instead.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure why he did that. Like, I just don't understand what his plan is. Like, he must be going for an all-in, no? Like, he can't actually play a standard macro game from here. I think, like, where's this probe going? Is it going to be for a proxy or just for a scout?
That's a good question. No, I think you just build a prism and you just go, right? You're gonna build an immortal.
I actually kind of like that, in a way. Classic blinking in here is obviously insane. Classic just can't believe that there might not be a 3rd base. Like, it just doesn't hit his mind. Like, he's not thinking about it at all. This is quite bad, though. Losing 2 Stalkers here for free, so he might lose a bit of map control as a result of that.
Yeah, just the misplay there as the few probes still coming through, charging the +1. G to build in. The Stalker's blinking after the Stalker for a couple seconds as well, so just trying to get after that. And again, the Stalkers and the Immortal will continue to gather up just for a moment or two. And then you're going to be seeing the a little bit extra dropping down into place. Charging +1 all building. There's gates coming up as well. Stalkers get there, grabbing the Adept. And then blink back forward again themselves to try and see what else is going on. The other Stalker's going to show up. There's going to be that Stasis Ward in place. Going to catch a bunch of the Stalkers right off the bat, so they are going to get caught, and that's going to slow whatever Shameless wants to do here down. Give Classic more preparation time as he gets static defense en route. Gates, cannons, batteries, all going to be coming online, while Shameless can't move forward full force until that Stasis fades.
Yeah, I mean, I love the cannons over here. I think it's a huge play. But if they're not done yet, they're not actually contributing very much. +1 also not finished for Classic. Shameless might be doing the impossible here, which is going for a W after an almost impossible to win game in my mind. 97 supply against 86. 2 cannons are now online. Stasis Ward is helping out as well. But +1 never finishes up for Classic. I mean, Classic was playing the macro game of his life. He just didn't realize he was about to get all in. One defensive Immortal now shows up with +1 available. Is going to help massively against the Stalker, because an Immortal with +1 only requires 3 shots. Final Immortal for Shameless goes down as well. A couple more Stalkers are about to get online though, so maybe we have something there. I think the problem is that right now the production is actually slightly in favor of Classic.
Yeah, Classic was... I mean, you saw the numbers, right? Like, there was a point where it was like a lot of army supply for Shameless, and Classic was really trailing, but he gets the defense. Some of the static defense finishes. Stasis Ward took a bunch of Stalkers out the fight as well for a little bit, so a lot of things started to come together on the defense, allowing Classic to hold, and little things like now the +1 being done is obviously going to come into play big time. A new Immortal on the way out as well. At this point, obviously, the overwhelming nature of that Shameless army has kind of faded away too, so he's not going to have that in his favor anymore. That is no longer going to be here. And so Classic looks as though the defense might just be made, and if he defends this, I mean, this part of the defense should be much easier than the first part. And if you defend this now, you're obviously ahead because you've held the base against your opponent's lack of expansion.
Yeah. There's just no advantage anymore right now for Shameless. Lowering gateways, lowering supply, lowering upgrades, lowering expansions. GG gets called, Classic wins. I really thought Classic was dead, to be honest. Like, when we saw that first push, I think at some point we have a blink in that catches like 6 more Stalkers or so, like inside of the mineral line.
Yeah.
If that doesn't happen, I really believe Shameless just wins that game, which would have been a damn miracle. Look at the army value graph. That's freaking crazy. That is a wild looking graph.
Yeah, I'll bring it up because it is pretty nuts. The full-on drop off. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, at one point the army was just so in favor of Shameless, it felt like how could it ever go any other way, but it did. Yep. Korea for the next one as we get Hero versus Down in the semis. Wow.
I'll move over.
Takes me like 5 minutes to log into Korea, so
yeah, same.
It's been, the servers have been really bad this last week or two.
Oh, I mean, at once. First try.
No way.
Yeah.
Hacker man.
That's pretty sick.
Alright, you do. I made it.
I'm proud of you.
Thank you. Appreciate that. How was your weekend?
Great, I guess. I don't know.
Great?
It was fine.
You guessed?
Yeah, it was a weekend.
Great,
I don't know.
Well, it probably wasn't great if it was just a weekend. Like, then it was okay.
Yeah, I mean, I like the weekends. There's nothing wrong with them.
Fair enough.
The weather was okay.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. Like, all days feel like the weekend to me. No? Don't you have that?
Life
They all just kind of merges together. Like,
yeah, that's why I kind of like Monday Cup, because it reminds me it's the start of the week.
True. Yeah, you sometimes do forget about that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't remember what I did. Oh, yesterday I did something fun.
Nice.
I had a... Do you know who Giant Grand Games is?
Yeah.
You know, he does like these things where he beats like the StarCraft 2 multiplayer without like building units or something, or without losing units.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Yesterday, I recorded like 3 videos with like other people where I try to do this, but in the multiplayer. So I go through like the different ranks in StarCraft from like silver to Grandmaster, and then see where it stops, you know? So I recorded 3 of them. One where I played without a keyboard at all. One where I was not allowed to lose a single unit, and one where I wasn't allowed to build any workers.
Nice. That sounds like a very productive day.
It was very fun. We spent like 4.5 hours or so doing it. So I had a good time.
Nice.
Which one do you think I got the furthest with?
No keyboard, not allowed to build workers, and not allowed to lose a unit.
Yeah.
And it's just about winning, right? Like, as long as you complete that condition.
Yeah, obviously I'm not allowed to lose the game.
Yeah, so but it's just like how far did you get multiple attempts on each level, or
no?
Just one attempt?
Like, what is this? Do you think this is elementary school?
I don't know.
You mess up your the drawing, you get to do another try? No.
Which one do you get the furthest with? I want to say not the building no workers one.
Not the building no what? Did you say which one I got the furthest with?
Yeah, I'm just getting there step by step. I'm thinking about it.
Okay, so the first one you say not building any work.
Yeah, not building any workers. I'm taking that out. So it's between no keyboard and not losing a unit. I think not losing a unit. I think if you play certain things, depends if you get all in, I guess. Not losing a unit. Final answer.
That is what you think I got the furthest with?
Yeah.
Really? Yeah. Well, I'm not saying if you're right or wrong, but
you play Protoss, like
if you were planning on going to the casino any day soon or betting on horses, I would cancel those plans ASAP.
Like I can imagine you micro on your way to a lot of wins. Like you just out micro
without losing a unit.
Yeah, to like at least diamond plus. No keyboard seems kind of hard.
No keyboard was extraordinarily hard.
Yeah, but I mean, not building workers is like, I mean, I guess what you can rush quite effectively, I guess. So maybe that one actually is better. I don't know. It's a very loaded question.
No, it's not a loaded question, is it?
It wasn't. Well, it's not a loaded question, but it's got a lot of information to dissect to get an answer,
True.
right? So there you go.
Yeah. No, my opponents didn't know my challenge, which made it a bit easier for me. Because if they knew, they can, they can try abusing me.
Try abusing.
Which would make it much harder. But I mean, the AI in giant grand games challenges also doesn't abuse him, because the AI is freaking stupid.
Crazy.
Yeah.
All right, we got Zaun versus Hero.
How was your weekend, Wardy?
My weekend was great, actually.
What did you do?
2 very successful days. I went to a Riftbound tournament on Saturday. I got 3rd place. I was very happy.
How many participated? 5?
16.
Oh,
yeah.
Wardy.
Yeah, my only loss was to the guy who I actually think is the best guy, kind of that lives within like the local area. I think he's the best guy, and he played the deck that was a hard counter to my deck, or like it's one of my most difficult matchups for sure, like top 2 I think.
Okay.
And I lost 1-2 by a point in the final game, so like it was very close.
Ooh.
So I was like very happy with this result.
Yeah.
And then yesterday I went to play. I didn't want to play. I went to see a string quartet called the Vitamin String Quartet.
The Vitamin String Quartet.
Yeah.
What do they play?
They play like they play a lot of covers of just like modern pop music and rock music and stuff like that. They actually
In what style?
It's a string quartet.
Oh, strings. Oh, it's
yeah.
all
So it's
strings.
like it's a 2 violins, a viola, and a cello.
Okay.
And they do the music for. Do you know Bridgeton?
Yeah, I heard of that.
Yeah, they do the music for Bridgeton. So it was,
What do you mean they do the music for it? They make it?
Yeah,
or they cover it?
They make it. They make the covers that go in Bridgeton.
Oh, they arrange it themselves and then
Yeah,
they
yeah.
Oh, wow.
But it was also very.
You think you are better than them on the piano?
No, no shot.
But they're not even piano players.
Yeah, but I think if you have a certain sense of music, you can probably be pretty good. I guess if they've never touched a piano, then sure.
Yeah.
But like they could probably learn kind of quick if you tell them what to do.
But you don't think you could out piano them with them on their? Like,
I don't know,
have you ever seen the movie Crossroads where they do like the guitar battle at the end?
No,
have you seen that?
I haven't. If you had to do a
you
piano
never heard
battle,
of Eugene Strickback, classic Crossroads piece.
No.
Interesting.
But I feel like I'm so out of practice that I'd not put much of a battle up myself.
Imagine if last Sunday, the guy. Who's the guy that takes care of it? The dude with this stick in front. Conductor?
Sure.
Yeah. He goes, oh no, one of the string players is incapable of playing because you got hit by a car. We need a piano player to take over. Would you have stepped up?
No.
Oh, okay.
They don't have a conduct anyway, because it's just, that's for like a full orchestra.
So for 4 people, you don't actually need that?
This is kind of like this is kind of like, honestly, it felt more like a band just playing. It was
there's lots of stuff going on the screen, Wardy. Well,
I mean, we're just yapping, like
it's ridiculous. Do I even care about it?
No, I care, we're talking.
Yeah, true.
I also care about our
Twilight
conversation.
Council. Ooh, prison. What is Hero doing? This is once again a very odd game, isn't it?
I don't know, I've been yapping. Oh yeah, so expand, Hero's gonna Prism against Twilight. So it's just Robo expand versus a Twilight expand?
Yeah, but it was a 1-gate expand.
1-gate expand.
So it's like up 10 workers for no reason.
So basically Zaun just didn't punish the fact that his opponent expanded, and yeah, he's just doomed. Yeah. Oh. Well, that's a nice catch. If you kill the Prism, that would be something, but Prism lives. It's still in a bit of trouble. Maybe we can make a getaway now.
Oh my god.
Wow. I mean, now you're going to have an attack in your face and you're missing a bunch of your units, so maybe there's still a little bit of hope here for Zaun to do something, but it's not looking great right now. He's going to drop a recall. Wow.
This is the type of game, though, that Hero can lose. Because Hero cannot help himself but attack, you know?
Mm-hmm.
He could be up 35 workers, and all he needs to do is not die in the next 10 seconds, and he'll fight you in the middle. And he'll win the game as well. Like, he's bananas like that. We're gonna have a Twilight Council actually behind it, so this time it might not be the case.
Yeah, he's actually gonna stop and tech up this time. But I'm with you. Like, I could still see him being like, you know what? Got a good lead here. Let's just go attack as Blink finishes for Zaun or something. It's a very Hero kind of way to play.
Yeah, while his third base is like 85% done. Yeah. It was the perfect time to move out with my Blink 65% done after sinking 3 Chrono Boost. Nexus 80% done and Forge +1 halfway. Yeah, it is very Hero-esque.
Yeah.
He's still building workers though, so I'm not too worried. This time he's playing it a little bit safer.
A little bit safe. Model coming up, just gonna be seeing that Blink coming through. And the Robo Facility coming up as well. So yeah, we have ourselves just set up from Zaun getting there, but I mean, he's just naturally still behind in workers, right? Like, he is just horribly positioned to kind of continue through this. Down by 5, and obviously Hero expanding in terms of numbers. We're going to see Zaun going to go Glaives, but I don't really believe in a kind of in-depth kind of base timing here is going to really do much to kind of offset just the amount of units that Hero's going to have access to. This nation gets pushed back. We're going to see Zaun just trying to poke for something here, trying to make or take some advantage from the situation. As the hallucination comes back over, +1 and Blink still coming by. Immortal in the gateways coming up as well. Just going to be seeing those couple Stalkers still moving back around into the center. What do you think? Do you like the Glaives at all?
Yeah. I don't mind it. You know what the problem is with Glaives?
What?
Is that if the other person realizes before you warp the adepts, or if they're planning on building a lot of Stalkers, it's not very good. However, if the other person is going into like Zealot Archon and they don't get more than 2 Archons, then you're freaking cooking most of the time. It's just, I feel like when you're behind, playing Glaives is very tricky. Like, it's just really hard to pull off. Zaun is gonna try, and I appreciate it. I think the +1 that he started here is fake, right? This is not real. That +1 that he like, it's way too late for his push. He's not gonna try to defend with Glaives as well, which also never works out, I think. Like, Hero attacking into this is not possible, like theoretically. Because this is an all-in what Zaun is playing here. Double Adept showing up as well over on the third base. He's gonna get a couple of workers actually, because he does have the Glaives available. This is a bad start of the fight for Hero, because he gets locked out with 3 of the Immortals. But maybe he just doesn't have it.
Oh, it's just too much firepower, right? We're gonna maybe kill the Prism eventually. Finally, we got the Prism kill, but it's just way too late.
Yeah.
Just too far behind. Like, Zaun never even gets up to like an adept count that's even going to be meaningful here, so yeah, just Hero never really moved away from kind of Stalkers and Immortals either, right? So just has the army composition that's good against distance down. We'll end up losing the opening game. Hero take a 1-0 lead in the PvP.
Yeah, wow.
Beautiful.
Legitimately beautiful. I freaking love it.
Hero is looking to be to make it to his 34th finals of a Monday Cup today, which would tie Clem for the amount of finals played.
Who has one more?
Clem.
How many more?
22 to 19 right now.
It's very close.
Yeah.
Clem's gonna get overtaken soon.
Yeah, he definitely is. Clem had a streak where he did not win for a long time. It's kind of wild.
Falling off.
Clem won 2 weeks ago, and the one he won before that was in October, which is pretty nuts. Yeah,
that's a very long time.
Yeah, it really is. And he didn't play in all of them in that duration, but he played quite a few. So yeah, Hero's been putting in some work. He's been catching. He keeps catching MaxPax. Then MaxPax wins 1 or 2 and gets back ahead of him in terms of overall wins. It's been a fun race to watch week by week.
Did you do anything else in the weekend, Wardy, except watch some music and play cards?
Well, playing cards was like my entire Saturday, or most of my Saturday, and then Sunday. Yesterday we just chilled out, because originally yesterday I was gonna go play cards somewhere else, but it got cancelled. So my daytime just became a chill day, and we had Ellie at the daycare, so me and Helen just hung out. We played the new Pokemon game, the Pokopia. I don't know if you've seen it.
Pokopia?
Yeah, it's like, do you know what Animal Crossing is?
Yeah.
It's like Animal Crossing Pokemon kind of thing.
Is it fun?
Yeah,
you like it?
It's very chill. Very chill.
Isn't Animal Crossing also made by Nintendo already?
Yeah. Which is probably why they were able to just completely
just
rip it off.
milking it. Yeah.
Yeah, but this is actually... So in Animal Crossing, basically you have like an island that you can decorate and get villages on and stuff, right? So
yeah, and you have to deal with this raccoon.
Yeah. You have to deal with the raccoon.
What's he called?
Tom Nook.
Yeah. Tom Nook. Mr.
Yeah.
Tom Nook, yeah.
So, but if you imagine, right, that like in Animal Crossing, you basically get like the main and the natural of Mothership to play on, right? And you can have like 8 probes that live there.
Right.
In Pokopia, you basically get the entirety of Mothership, and then you also get the rest of the ladder map pool. And
oh wow,
like 300.
That's
like
way
Pokemon.
bigger.
Yeah, it's actually kind of ridiculous when you look there. And people are obviously like doing like crazy builds of stuff and so on. It's very cool.
Gonna sink some time into that, Wardy.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a very chill game though. Like you just turn it on, you do your dailies for like half an hour, you design a few things, you do some story. That's good.
Yeah, not very much into this type of stuff.
No, it's not your kind of game at all.
No, it's too slow.
Yeah. Not enough excitement.
Yeah. I played a bit of Call of Duty 4 the other day. Like the campaign.
COD 4 campaign? Damn.
Yeah.
What made you play that?
I know, Irene was playing it.
Irene was playing
Irene
it?
Yeah.
On what?
Like a laptop connected to the TV.
So that's just so random.
I think she used to play Call of Duty with her brother a bit back in the day.
Uh-huh.
So
she just booted up the COD 4 campaign.
Yeah, the COD 4 campaign. I had never played it before. It was pretty fun. It seems, it's like, I was surprised how non-ugly it was. We also had Call of Duty 2, I think, or Call of Duty 1 even. Even that was like, it didn't look that ugly. Like, I thought it was going to hold up way worse, but it was kind of playable.
COD 4 was actually very good. COD 1 and 2 are a bit more, a little bit too old, but...
Yeah, they were old, but I thought it was going to be super bad.
I know what you mean, like, but even COD 1 was like in the era of like, it was like that first step up, so it's like things are not just like squares or like, you know what I mean? Yeah. So it was in that kind of era. Yeah, I played a lot of Call of Duty 1, 2, 4.
Yeah, good stuff, man.
Yeah. I used to play...
Oh my god, what the hell happened? Ooh. What was this?
This is the battery?
What? Yeah, he started it and cancelled it, no? Or was that Hero's Island?
I wasn't watching actually. Maybe it was Hero cancelling it to let them in, because that would make more sense with how it just played out. Otherwise, Down basically said, come kill 7 probes.
Yeah, which doesn't make a lot of sense. That's generally a bad call.
Not typically the play you want to make.
Look at this though. Oracle going into the main base against a Robo and 2 sentries. Sentries are really fast at killing shields, but they're really bad at killing non-shields. This is actually bait always. Whenever you see 2 sentries and you have the Oracle, you think, oh no, my unit is dying so fast because the shields move away so, you know, they disappear. But then you actually have a lot of time left over to kill probes because once the shields are gone, the sentries deal like negative damage. They're so weak. Hero's gonna go into Immortal Sentry. He's gonna have to kill his opponent. It's already dealing quite a bit of damage as well with these adepts right now. And we're gonna get another Stalker Warp, and this Prism could be in trouble, by the way, here.
Yeah, it could end up in some issues. It's gonna get chased away. It goes down. The adepts being chased. I mean, we get 8 more probes though, right? Like Zaun is hurting, but I guess he's about to have an expand. But does this hurt? Cost him too much if Hero attacks you now. Ooh. Ooh.
Nice.
It lives.
Living it does. Oh my god, Zaun canceled his Nexus.
Oh wow. I don't think I love that.
You know what?
What?
I think I agree with you. Because it's kind of like, it's the only thing he had going for him,
Yeah,
you know?
like it's his advantage, no? Like it makes up for the worker loss, maybe. And all he has
Even
to do
if
is...
you only use it as bait.
Yeah, like...
And he's gonna stasis the top here. Look at this. This is actually such a good play out of Zaun. Oh my god. This is legitimately the highest level call he could have made. This is so well executed. And in the stasis, I hope he gets a sentry or at least a Robo at home. If he gets the Immortal out plus the battery, he might actually be cooking this.
Yeah.
Dude, this was such a good move. Zaun is legitimately... He's goated.
Wow. That was insane. So he's gonna go straight through. He's gonna kill a bunch on the other side of the map.
You recall, get the Immortal. Like he has... Oh, he just used the Chrono Boost. No!
Yeah. Can try and defend this Immortal, but the Immortal should never live against the Robo... Oh, against the Prism of your opponent, right? So... That Immortal gets chased down, it will fall. Hero just has more army supply, which is going to be very good. And obviously the Prism at this point is just so infinitely valuable. It just does so much for you. Down can maybe make 8 warp in, but very unlikely to be enough. Wow. That's...
He drew it.
Yeah.
He had enough energy before he Chrono Boosted an Immortal that was 85% done. Oh my god. This replay. You need to stall the finals for a little bit. I'm going to go through this. I want to see, first of all, who that first pylon belonged to, because that was freaking weird. Oh, no. Yeah, it was Hero's probes. Yeah, Hero built the pylon. He does this quite a bit. This guy plays like such a prick.
Such a prick. I hate it when my
5 probes.
Like a prick. 5 probes.
7 probes it was. Jesus.
Yeah, that was a lot. Alright, so it's a classic Hero final. Classic is 11th Monday final.
That counter-attack was legit goated, by the way. Holy cow.
I thought
What a call.
I thought the counterattack and the stasis combined might give him a shot. And then you just recall and you defend. Felt viable.
No one else would have thought of this, though. This was such a good play.
You don't think Hero thinks of it if he has to do it?
No, I don't think Hero would have done this.
No, very, very cool from Zaun. Just then too much brain power into that part and not enough into the final execution of not Chrono the Robo.
You know how sad it is? Like, his Immortal was... It had how many more seconds?
It was basically
8
out.
more seconds to go.
It showed up like 1 second sooner or something.
Yeah, yeah. And he could have recalled, like just straight up recalled. He doesn't even use it instantly on the Immortal. He uses it when it's at 33 out of 39. So 6 more seconds to go. Oh my god. If he just recalls the 4 Stalkers, gets the Immortal out, and then with the Pro Pool as well, like he wins 100% of the time then.
Yeah.
Like he just can't lose it. As long as he's in battery range. Like your Immortal is too strong. And there's not enough damage to ever clear it. Wardy. Wow. What an ending of this series.
And we're rewarded with more PvP.
Yeah, it's nice.
It's been...
Who is it again? Hero Classic?
Hero Classic. The last time they met in a final was in WardiTV Mondays 71 in January. It's actually their 3rd meeting in the finals.
Is Classic in Virtus Pro right now?
4th meeting. I think he still is on Virtus Pro, yeah. I don't know if that contract ended yet. I don't know if that was announced or not. Because some of the...
They also played in the Korean StarCraft League 85 finals, where Classic won 3-0.
But I think these two can go back and forth very easily.
Did you know that they played in the RSL Revival Offline Finals, Grand Final, Bracket Finals?
That they did, yeah. That was the...
This is the actual title of where they played in. They had the word finals 3 times.
Yeah, well, that's just a Ligulac, though, no? Like, a Ligulac writes things freaking dumb. Because it's super specific about every aspect of it. But yeah.
RSL Revival Offline Finals, Grand Final, Bracket Finals.
Bracket Finals.
Freaking Ligulac. I guess it's mainly for offline events where it does weird stuff.
Yeah, I think it just clarifies, like, it might just be for events that have, like, certain stages to it, so it's like it clarifies exactly which stage it was in, I guess, maybe. I don't really know. Sometimes it just gets messy. Yeah, they played a bunch in Mondays before as well, so I think Classic is 2-1 against Hero in Monday finals. So good track record as he looks to
a phenomenal track record, one could even say.
Actually,
one of the best ones.
Kind of a cool run from Classic as well, because I actually feel like Classic's been also a little bit off lately. Like sometimes he looks really good still, but he also just runs into like a lot of like down periods, I feel like, lately, where it's just like he has some games and some matches where it's just like, whoa, what were we doing? Like what did we think was going to come of this, you know? He has a lot of inconsistency lately, I guess. So excited to see what he brings out in this one as he takes on Hero. If you had to pick a favorite for it, who'd you pick, or do you just genuinely think it could go either way with PvP?
Oh wait, I was muted. Hero is my favorite.
Here's your favorite. Cool.
Here's my favorite. Yeah.
All right. Well, he's in the bottom. Classic's in the top. And Celestial Enclave, the weird map, to start off the series.
Yeah. You know, you have a really nasty cannon rush spot here on this map.
Yeah.
Do you know it?
Nope.
Have you seen it?
I don't think so.
If you build a pylon, are you on my camera right now?
Oh, is it the one where you can like cannon rush from here into the main?
Yeah. And you build it. You see, there's like a triangle. Like you see all these triangles, right? See the triangle on the top right that connects with like the purple circle, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, the top left that connects to the purple circle.
Yeah.
You build your pylon there, ish. Then you can build a cannon and you can tuck it in with a gateway next to it. And it can attack the gas already. Then you build a high ground pylon and you can build cannons on 2 different locations there. But it's covered by the low ground already. I don't think there's any way you can deal with this cannon rush unless you pre-scout it. And let me see. Hero, no, he didn't pre-scout. And neither did Classic. Classic didn't even take the other gas. So then he doesn't have any info until that cannon like is 80% finished. That's crazy. I feel like the Koreans are missing cannon rushers because Zest used to do it all the time, you know?
Kept them honest.
Yeah, he kept them honest. And now no one is there to keep them honest anymore.
It's a shame.
Damn shame.
You should take advantage of that next week.
Yeah, I'm sure I will. Maybe you don't match me up against a Terran that is more than 5200 MMR. I can make it happen.
Look, I mean, it's your seeding system we use here, so...
It is, but tell me it's not the best seeding system you've ever used.
But it's very effective for the tournament, yeah, I like it.
Yeah, I love it as well. I never play the same people twice.
Yeah, no, I mean, every bracket feels kind of unique. Well, yeah. It's kind of funny because like I end up watching Clem versus someone really good every week, basically, but like it does change, you know, so in that regard, it's very good too. I always thought it was really good when Kung Fu Cup did it like this as well, when it's like the first round of Kung Fu Cup, you'd get like a really crazy good matchup. And yeah, like they would then maybe get a couple free wins after that because they were just big favorites, whoever won that one. But like, it's basically just making the round of 8 happen in the round of 32. So then we get better matches the whole way. I actually always thought this was cool.
You could always pick at least one good match to cast. Yeah, absolutely true. You sometimes get like wonky finals as well, which is nice. Dude, this is so freaking good for Classic, by the way. It's actually crazy how beneficial it is. Like, unless these 2 Stalkers run in, like, completely for free. How did he skip a battery completely? A wild move.
A wild move that he's going to get away with? Force field down.
I don't think Classic got away with this at all.
No?
I mean, he got away. He lost 2 units.
Oh, I didn't. For some reason, I didn't see that somebody going down. No, yeah, I guess he did not.
This also was the least aggressive build in existence. Fake Oracle behind it. I love that. I would be pooping my pants if I was Classic. Classic's also pooping his pants, but he's like giving up on it. He's like, ah, if I'm losing, I'm losing.
If I'm losing, I'm losing.
Yeah.
Some great analysis. Love it. Well, sometimes you just gotta do that though at this level of PvP, right? Just sort of accept your fate in certain scenarios and just try to play to the best possible situation if the other guy isn't doing the thing that just kills you, right? Because there's no point kind of playing halfway to everything, I guess.
Yep.
At certain points.
Hero taking the in-base expansion to make up for his incompetency earlier. And yeah, I kind of like it, honestly. I think it's a good call. He's also getting a forge. Like, he's just playing super greedy. I'm a real big fan of that. Full Chronos on the Nexus as well. Now, like, by the time that Classic is going to build a Nexus, he's already going to be 36, 40 seconds down, which is the equivalent of 3 workers or so, and a bit of oversaturation on top of that. I guess the main problem I have with this third base that Hero is taking is that it's the worst base in the world. It only has 5 mineral patches and a single gas. So this is not, you know, a state-of-the-art third Nexus that you have.
Yeah, it's not the fully functioning third that you typically see. It obviously has that added safety to its positioning, but at a pretty hefty price. Like, there really is a downside to it, so...
Yeah, a huge price.
And
major downside.
And in PvP as well, like, it's not as safe, because you can obviously still blink Stalkers across the gap. Prism goes down, that's going to really shut down this attack, so if anything that's going to happen from Classic here, that is now stopped.
You know, no one else would have gotten this, because no one else moves on the map without blink. Hero's also just going to blink in here. You know it already, because he's freaking bananas. And now he's going to go into the natural, and he probably blindly blinks into it too. Oh, there you go.
There's like a point where you just have to turn your brain off playing against Hero and just be like, what don't I expect? And try and play to that.
He just has no fear. It's actually, he just doesn't have fear. And the thing is, I think he knows that there's going to be consequences. Like, he knows what the consequences could be. He just doesn't care.
Yeah.
You know the guy that climbs the mountains without the safety stuff?
Yeah.
He was like Alex or something. The guy that he climbed the Taipei 101 a couple of months back. This guy. When you watch like have you ever seen the documentary where he climbs, I think it's called El Capital or something?
I have not.
The freaking crazy documentary. But when he talks about it, it's like he doesn't care at all, you know? That's what Hero is as well. Like, he just does these things and he just doesn't care at all about what happens. Because I've seen enough games where he does a blink in like this and loses 4 Stalkers for free. And then he'll do it again the game after. Like, he just doesn't... It doesn't scare him, the thought.
Yeah, no, it's definitely a case of just... It's just his playstyle. As we actually see Classic does get in here. He's going to get a couple of probes. Actually start to hit Stalkers that were warping in, and it just becomes messy. Jeez, that was nowhere near as good as I thought it was going to be, so never mind, as he gets away. And now we actually see Hero blinking after him. Going to go, ooh, nice blink back from Classic. Does he make this okay? Oh, he loses by a Stalker. Jesus. This was, I don't understand why he started targeting the Stalker instead of just going after a probe team more than blinking away. He made that really messy. This Hero is set up to try and kill Classic right now. Glaive is being done against no Glaives, but Glaive's on the way, so that investment is there, but yeah, this is just kind of looking brutal through and through for sure.
Oh my god, good set of force fields there. 3 Immortals locked out of this battle, where there's still a lot of Stalkers active. I don't quite understand why we worked in Zealot while going for Glaive Adept, but maybe this is a game above my pay grade here, Wardy, as the Immortals are still completely locked out of this battle. Continuous set of force fields making sure of that. I actually almost feel like if these 3 Immortals would have been here from the start, that Classic would have held fairly easily, no? He lost so much damage output here. He had 3 batteries that were ready. And like, this fight now wasn't close, but for a majority of of the time. I think the main damage output didn't actually come from Glaive Adept, but it came from Stalkers out of Hero, no?
Yeah. I mean, he didn't have that many Glaive Adepts, but yeah, I guess so.
Freaking weird.
PvP is
What
just
a game.
blasting our minds today. It's been weird all across the day.
Yeah. Massive weirdo. The movie's called Free Solo, by the way. I watched it while I was in the plane once.
I feel like you told me about this once actually already.
Yeah, it's a crazy movie.
Crazy movie.
Yeah, the guy is like he legitimately comes off as a bit of a psychopath, you know?
Yeah. I think you probably have to be now.
Yeah.
Because
and then you also have like you have interactions with him and his girlfriend.
Mm-hmm.
And his girlfriend is like, but this is gonna be the last time you'll do something like this, right? And he says something like, we'll see. But you know, it's not gonna be the last time.
Yeah, of course not.
Like this guy is gonna keep freaking going.
Yeah.
And then he climbed 101 after without the safety net. But apparently that was much easier, so it doesn't count.
Unbelievable.
Would you take it, Wardy? Imagine someone offers you $10 million and they say you have to beat a silver player, but if you lose, you die.
I have to beat a silver player.
Yeah. It's just some random silver player. Like, you know he sucks, right?
I just think that's actually impossible to lose.
Right? I would also take it, I think.
Like, the thing is, like, you put it in perspective of StarCraft, right? And, like, there is just such a skill gap there that it's just not possible, right? Like, they're genuinely
Yeah, but it's the same with the climbers, obviously. Like, they can see, like, they can't fall off of something that's too easy. I think I'd be pooping my pants, though, against the silver, you know?
Yeah, obviously, it'd be, like, scary, but, like, you just play safe, you expand slow, right? You just eliminate...
Yeah, I mean, it's impossible to lose, but still.
Yeah, of course, it's still scary, right? Like,
yeah.
The stakes are still high.
Yeah. Yeah, the stakes are high.
Yeah, maybe I wouldn't take it, though, because why risk it? I don't need $10 million.
Really? Not for StarCraft? Don't think about it, just yourself, Wardy.
Well, I'm not going to risk my life to win some StarCraft tournaments. That's the difference, right?
Pathetic. Then what's the point of living?
So what's the point of living?
Yeah.
Well, then I guess I take it every time.
Yeah, exactly.
Just really think like the guy offering $10 million should just invest in the Patreon in the first place, you know?
Why would you do that, though?
If
he can make you play against the silver for your life. Ooh, here it is. Hero is playing... This is definitely StarCraft 2.
Oh,
okay.
Thank goodness for that. I thought we were in StarCraft 1.
But what actually is he doing? No second chrono on the workers, which is extraordinarily expensive. I think if you skip this chrono, it costs you something like 140 minerals. I once calculated this. Or tested it. I don't calculate anything because my calculations are always wrong. But I tested it and I was surprised how bad it is. So I'm shocked to see him do this. Okay, he's going to go Sentry first into Warp Gate. Meanwhile, Classic is going Sentry into Delayed Nexus. I think this one thing is just way better for Hero. Like, actually just way better.
Way better. Yeah, no, it's just seems very good now.
Yeah, he's also following this up with a Stargate, which is not a thing. And then a Stalker. We're really seeing some new build orders here that I haven't personally seen before.
Maybe they're just at that level of playing each other. You just need to play with a little bit of flair, you know? Even if it doesn't make the most sense all the time. Still just coming about. Oof. What happened?
Yeah, hallucination died.
Oh.
Being destroyed.
I should watch your camera. It'd be more exciting. But, Klaus is going to move on the map, so he's going to take a chance to step forward a little bit. He does have the building pylon as well, so he's going to try and apply a bit of pressure, but I don't really see him having kind of the numbers to really make anything happen with that, no?
Yeah, I don't think so.
It seems unlikely to really have a chance to make much happen, so...
Maybe if Hero, though, gets caught off guard, like he force field his Stalkers away from the battery, like that could be a big deal. Now, look at this. This Oracle is going to show up on the other side. That will be the trigger. Oh, catches one Stalker. Uses 3 force fields for it, which means he won't have a guard. No, he will still have a Guardian Shield as well. Get a stasis in the main that didn't materialize. Oh, here we go. Oh,
that's about...
Dude, what the hell is Classic doing?
Yeah, great question. That was not it. Like, indecision and then messing it up and then just complete indecision. He just panicked in that moment. He's now going to step into the front. He force fields in a hallucinated Stalker, so with all the force fields, that was probably not the best. Batteries again drained.
Yeah. Good Guardian Shield really paying dividends there for him. There's 2 gateways for both players. No batteries remaining and no energy recharge available for Hero either. Probes need to be pulled right now as the sentries are taking a beating. Killing 4 workers here, I'd be happy with that if I'm Classic. Anything less than that, I'd say, yeah, was this really worth it? There's still an Oracle on the other side of the map. It's trying to hit another stasis. Okay, a couple more workers are going to end up falling. The problem here is that battery energy is going to continuously come back. So you need to be very careful there as well that you don't, engage a little bit too hard. But so far the micro out of Classic has been great. I mean, he killed 8 workers. There's really no saving grace here for Hero that I can see, because he's not outproducing his opponent, right? He doesn't have a third gateway coming up. Yeah.
Just the same, and obviously the batteries do a bit of healing, but not too much. And we're getting to the point where some of these Stalkers are kind of two-shotting through, so the batteries are fairly limited in what they're doing anyway. And yeah, 2 more Stalkers warp in again, and we've already done enough, because not just has it been that, those workers killed, there's been these workers off the mineral line the entire time through this as well now, which is, really starting to rack up in terms of damage done. So yeah, Classic probably doesn't need to do much else right now. He's up by 9 workers. He can settle back, chill, let some tech come online. Obviously still has to deal with that Oracle on the other side. Doesn't want to let that do too much. See the troops preemptively pulling. He's afraid of the stasis, but just needs to be very ready for when it does come down. Hero's got that Oracle selected. Still not going to cast it. Now he does decide to, as Classic goes for the cannon on it, and that's just not it at all. Not the best handling of the stasis wards.
You know what it is when you're dealing with a stasis ward? It's kind of like watching a horror movie. The music starts playing and the camera pans around the corner and there's nothing there. And they check around 3 different corners and there's nothing there. And just when you're about to let out your breath, the music stops and they give you the jump scare. No matter how hard you try, no matter how hard you mentally prepare, the stasis always goes down. And it always is going to catch a bunch of your workers. That stasis actually kind of saved Hero, by the way, income-wise. Because otherwise he's going to be in a tough, having a very, very tough time. Hero following this up with a Dark Shrine. Getting a couple more gateways here. 2 Forge coming in, so still a macro game. We're going to have to wait and see where this is going to go exactly. Ideally for Classic, he doesn't get caught by another stasis. Okay, nice. That was good. If you can clear that Oracle, that would be huge. And also, if you can have an Observer ready, that would be huge.
Yeah. It would be really nice just to kind of emphasize the advantage he has. There is going to be an attempt of a 3rd base here, it seems. He's moving into position for that. And we'll get that ready to drop down. So we're going to take the 3rd. Gets rid of the Oracles. That goes down now as well. And Classic also has the army supply lead with Blink finishing, so you can step on the map, be aggressive. There is going to be the DTs coming in from Hero. So Dark Templar to try and save the day for him. Buy him some time, maybe. The only issue being they had to warp in at home, right? So going to be a long walk across the map, and by then Classic might already be doing very close to game-ending damage, and there's observers coming up at home from Classic as well.
Absolutely. Okay. 2 DTs moving across. Let's see. 2 observers at home. Or maybe 1 observer at home. Oh, we're going to go for the high ground link. Yeah. Well, forgot about the sentry
yeah,
first,
I need to get the sentry out of the prison. Still has good enough numbers, but okay, we're not even warping in a DT defensively here. The DTs do show up on the other side. There are going to be observers, so we might lose a few probes, but they will absolutely still get the kills. And the most important thing is obviously that Hero's army is not going to be strong enough on the other side. So Classic has the answers, and he's also going to have the offense to get the finishing touches on this game number 2 to tie us up 1-1 in this best-of-5 final.
Yeah, 1-1. Wow, what a scoreline. What a show. Probably the best score we can have 2 games in.
Yep, I would say so, because now we're guaranteed 4 maps already.
It's a real bang for your buck.
Bang for your buck, yeah. This is what we do.
PG gets caught.
That's what we do on the Mondays. You get bang for your buck.
Yeah.
Yeah, more StarCraft for every $1.
Is that what the Monday is known for?
Yeah, of course.
Why? What is it? $400? No, $300.
$400.
$400.
Yeah.
How many? It was what, like 4 hours?
Yeah, but you get all the best players, and it's consistent. It's mostly
That's
always
true.
on Mondays.
Sometimes on Tuesdays, tricking me.
One time recently in recent history.
Yeah.
It's not like this happens out of nowhere. It was pre-announced.
Yeah, I don't know about that. Neither me nor Irene knew about it. So.
I didn't expect Irene to know. If Irene knowing would change things, I'll make sure she knows next time.
Please.
I'll get that updated.
Do you have any sponsored segments today?
Yeah, where I'm gonna play Call of Dragons after the stream.
I love that game.
Love
Is that
game.
about Game of Thrones?
No.
Oh. Is it better?
Then Game of Thrones?
Yeah.
But it's a game versus a TV show. How do you really compare those?
Actually, Game of Thrones originally is a book.
Yeah, better known for being a TV show.
It doesn't really matter what it's better known for, no? It's based on the book. Like, the book was there first. You get it? It's messed up, no? You wouldn't call... Okay, if someone says, who is Alexander Hamilton? You're like, oh, that's a musical. It's like, no, it's a person.
Sure, but you
Yeah,
phrase,
no, absolutely. It's just accurate.
You phrased it in such a way that referred to the TV show, I feel like. Because the book
Game
is
of Thrones.
Game of Thrones.
The title of the book series.
Well, no, it's actually the title of a book. It isn't the title of the series.
Really?
Yeah. It's the title of the first book. The series is called A Song of Ice and Fire.
Oh, that is true. Terrible title for a series. No?
I mean, if we ever find out what happens in the end of it properly, that it might be kind of cool, but...
Yeah. Don't spoil it yet. I'm watching the show now, and I'm still reading as well.
You're watching the show and reading?
Yeah.
Where
I'm
about-
season 1 in the show. We're finished that just now, and I'm almost done with the 4th book.
Oh,
With the 5th book.
Okay. You should definitely finish reading first.
Yeah, I obviously will.
Yeah, the show takes a turn.
Yeah, I know it takes a turn. People keep telling me it takes a turn.
I actually just
And-
just
Go ahead.
watched the new Game of Thrones TV thing.
The 7 Nights
The Night of
Kingdom?
Seven Kingdoms, yeah.
Yeah. Good?
Yeah, I actually thought it was very good. It was pretty short. It was only like 3 hours long or something. It was more like it was
The
basically a
entire
movie.
show?
Yeah, the entire show. It was like it's 6 episodes and like maybe 1 or 2 episodes are more than half an hour. And
Oh, wow.
it's like 40 minutes and then like a bunch of 30 minutes.
Did the main guy write this as well, or no?
Yeah, I think it's based on a short story or the selection of stories that he wrote in the Game of Thrones or in that universe.
Oh, cool.
It has like a lot of the history of Game of Thrones tied to it.
Epic.
Mm.
Okay, what do you have here? We have another one gate expansion coming out here, bro. Hero, he's fond of his one gates, huh? I guess both players are one gating. The era of the Stargate versus Stargate is back, Wardy.
Sorry, the error of what?
Stargate versus Stargate.
Yeah, I missed this. We actually saw
Yeah.
a surprising lack of Phoenix on Phoenix for a long time in PvP. Then I actually saw it a little bit last week, maybe last week, around then. Did not miss it. Turns out Phoenix versus Phoenix is still not fun to watch.
Yeah. Yeah, I also don't know how to fix it. You know?
Yeah, it's just naturally something that ends up happening. Like you can't really do anything about it, right? Like
It's like earthquakes, like a natural force.
yes, yeah, it's like an earthquake, very similar. And every
Except often the results of Phoenix versus Phoenix are significantly worse.
yeah, I was gonna say Phoenix versus Phoenix might actually be worse than the earthquake.
At least you can like prepare for earthquakes. You know, you can build in a certain way. You have like these alarms. You know, I once lived through like a 7.44 earthquake when I was in Taiwan.
Dumb.
Did I ever tell you this?
Maybe. But
stuff like started shaking.
Yeah, it was scary.
But I was in the metro, so I didn't even really realize. There was just like alarms going off, or like not alarms, like there's like a thing playing, and then that was it. And we went out. They were like, "This was a really heavy earthquake." I was like, "Oh, okay." But in Taiwan, like they're built like absolute beasts, you know. They have like this huge tower, and it's like on a ball or something. Like there's something special with it, so it can't fall. Like it's crazy.
I see. So they're very prepared.
Yeah, they're super prepared. Like I said, I didn't even know they had earthquakes there. I did zero research about the danger.
You just went there to play some StarCraft, man. Like,
yeah,
the dangers with the opponents everywhere.
Yeah. I'll tell you this story later. It's one of my favorite ones of the Taiwanese eSports league. Okay. Either way, we're gonna have some Oracle versus Phoenix action here. Hero's just gonna go in with 2 Oracles, and he's gonna. Ooh.
Okay. What's funny is that we both lose a similar amount of workers, and for the moment, the Phoenix did catch the Oracle.
Hey, Hero's just ahead though for some reason.
Yeah, just ahead 7 workers.
Yeah, I guess he killed 14 against the 6.
Yeah. He had a first round.
And that's gonna be Blink versus Blink as well, which is awkward.
Well, we can just celebrate it not being Phoenix versus Phoenix, though.
That is true. Okay, let me tell you the story. So, there was a rule where you weren't allowed to pause, or you'd get a warning. And I think if you got, after your first warning, you would get like a major price pool reduction, or something like 10 or 15%, which is pretty significant. Because I think the overall price pool was like 20k or so. So it was quite a bit of money. And I had gotten 1 warning already. And because I paused the game, some settings were wrong, because everything was in in Chinese, so I couldn't read anything. And then I got some of my settings wrong, and I had to pause mid-game to change something. And then in like my 3rd match or so that I played, it was against a Terran player called, I think, softball or like baseball, something like this. Something with the word ball in there. And I noticed that the game was like extraordinarily slow. So I knew that they had messed up the game speed. Yeah. But I didn't dare pausing the game to tell them that the game speed was too slow, because if I paused for no reason, then I'll get my prize pool deduction. So I'm just sitting there, I'm like counting in my head. This was like the old Blizzard seconds as well, but I can just see that it's completely wrong. Okay, hold that thought. You have a quick blink attack here. Hero might accidentally win the game. He has a lot of stalkers, dude. 11.
He could probably just come back in.
Yeah.
I mean,
he's gonna get a pylon as well. And he has 4 gate already. If he gets like a 5th gate, he has like major production advantages. Yeah, I think this is actually correct. Yeah. So eventually I pause the game and I tell them that there's something wrong. But it was with the observer mod, where if the observer hits the plus or the minus key, is where they can fix it, you know?
Yeah. And
they said that nothing was like, they asked the observer, like, did something go wrong? And the observer was like, nah, nothing went wrong. But then eventually, they figured out that I obviously was right. And then I didn't get a price pool reduction. And it got fixed.
Should have given the observer a price pool reduction.
This game is just going to end. But at some point with Stalker versus Stalker, yeah, Immortal's going to maybe save it. If there's like no alternative way of dealing with it, like having extra batteries doesn't matter because you're getting 1 shot on everything. So just outproducing your opponent is bigger. I love the 4 adepts. This is actually a very good call as well, because you can't really send anything elsewhere. But you're going to need to somehow split off, but it feels very awkward because then your Immortal becomes super vulnerable too.
Yep. Especially, I was going to say, especially because like you already have the Stalker advantage, so you have it well enough, and it's just going to create more of an advantage than actually just warping in more Stalkers.
Yeah.
Gets the Immortal.
Yeah.
And yeah.
And you're also always going to get some workers on top of that. Yeah, I do think that it's kind of ending here for Hero though. Like the push here. And he hasn't really leveraged it into another lead. Like he didn't start +1 or a faster fort base. His infrastructure isn't infinitely better. Like he's adding a couple more gateways, but that's about it. So he does need to be careful that he doesn't continue trading and eventually starts losing some stuff, because that could be really bad. That's a good trade there for Classic. Well done.
Make something out of it. Actually split well and yeah, force the difficult position into something that was a little better for him. So it works out, and now Yeah, game goes on, but Hero still has the lead. And you can see the army supply is up, the work count is up. He'll be much faster to get to 4th base. He maybe hadn't leveraged much yet, but I still think he's going to get himself the advantages coming out of this at the end of the day. So maybe he could have been further ahead. I still think he's feeling comfortable right now in this Game 3.
Ooh, this is going to be bad for Classic. I think Hero was waiting for this moment as well. Like the way that he was set up, he wanted his opponent to move out to kill that gateway. And then he just goes in and freaking goes for it. Goes one more Stalker, pisses off. 4th base on the way, Templar Archives. I love the Dark Shrine for Classic. I think it's just correct. It allows you to still build Archons, but it also allows you the accidental potential win with a couple of DTs. However, I think Hero is well prepared. He scouted it just now, so I don't know. I just don't think this is going to be super successful here for our good friend Classic.
It's just going more and more into Hero's favor as time passes. At this point, it is continuing to just trickle over little by little.
Yeah.
And
100% Wardy.
Yeah, and make this very tough to round out. Bunch more Zealots will in, Dark Shrine on the way through. Yeah, like you say, Hero knows what's going on, so it's very unlikely he's going to be caught off guard, out of position or anything. I think Classic made some good choices in terms of trying to draw this out, but the reality is that Hero just has the lead, and it's going to take a lot of mistakes from Hero, I think, to give Classic a chance to look back at this game as a victory opportunity.
I love the 4DT drop, by the way. Because you know it's been scouted, so you need to go like all out. A very common response to being scouted is getting like a cannon per base and saying, oh, I'm safe. You'll be safe against like a single DT that gets split up, but once there's like 3 DTs or 4 DTs, actually just a single cannon is not good enough. And at the same time, Hero's also moving out. This is actually going to deal a lot of damage, these 4 DTs. Like, they're going to force Hero to all in into this, which I'm not sure if Hero minds it.
Yeah.
But it could be scary, no?
It's actually working kind of nice. It's going to be a great starting point, but I mean, he obviously is so committed with this. He's got so little anyways at home. So Hero's going to double down on the damage dealt, I feel like. We're going to see these units going to run in from Classic.
Observe. 2 observers are out for Hero with this fight as well. For a second, I thought that Classic was going to try sniping them. I mean, only 2 observers. If you get them, you just kind of defend with DTs afterwards. Lots of probes have gone down on both sides here, but Hero, for now, staying alive. Okay, Classic's observer was the one that was being targeted, but stays alive as well. Neither player taking down the observer. This is kind of surprising to me. Yep. Is my brain just too low level that I think it's a good move to snipe detection?
I mean, you would think it's like you're in the process of dying as a Classic. You'd think it's like the only chance you really have, right? But yeah, maybe just kind of knows it's too far gone. And he's just like, whatever. I don't know.
Rather die an honorable man than live like a...
Than live trying to scrounge a win with Dark Templars.
Yeah.
I mean, is he really going to stop wall detection though? Like, yeah, probably not.
I mean, there was only 2 observers here with this push. It would have taken a while. Like, you win some time and you're...
But then you push it back and you're still against like a 4-base Protoss. Like, yeah, I mean,
yeah, but like hardly any workers. I don't know. I'm not saying he would have won the game.
Yeah, you should try every way to win, right? So yeah, I guess we can fault him for it. We can call him out.
Like, especially at the start, like they were flying right over his head. Like actually, like right over his head. Like they were just there for the picking, you know, ripe for it.
Right for the picking.
10:49. Do you ever go fruit picking?
No, never.
Yeah, okay, good.
I mean, we live in the UK. If you pick fruit here, it's probably not good for you.
Oh, you guys don't really do fruit, right? Do you?
Yeah.
Like as a country? Do you grow anything?
We must grow something. Just...
Really?
Yeah, we probably grow... The thing is, you guys probably grow it better, so you don't need to...
We have greenhouses. You know, we're like the kings of greenhouses.
Oh, greenhouses are, I'd say, pretty popular here in like certain parts of the UK. They're pretty popular.
We have like entire like cities, or just
cities of greenhouses
dedicated to only greenhouse. Yeah.
So.
At night, the sky there turns red because of the light inside. It's actually true. Like you see like a red glow. Yeah. The first time Irene saw it, she was like, the world was on fire. He started running away like a caveman. Oh no, fire world.
We actually...
don't worry, it's modern technology. It's like, what? Crazy.
We actually had... like recently there's been like an orangey light in the sky here, and apparently it's the football stadium in the city. It's like, because they're back in the Premier League, so now they actually put the lights
they have
on.
to use the lights.
They put
can't
the
play
lights
in the
on.
dark anymore.
Can't play in the dark anymore, yeah.
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 Which football team is it?
Sunderland.
Sunderland. They're back in the Premier League?
Yeah,
fantastic.
mate, they're actually surprisingly good. Like, I don't follow football, so I don't know what happened. They probably got a bunch of money from somewhere, but they're like top half of the table or something, or like very close to like,
wow.
like apparently right now they're 11th, and yesterday they beat Newcastle, which means when they went 2-0 in the derby. So
who's the derby against? Newcastle?
Newcastle, yeah. So yesterday when we went out for food before going to see this thing, it was a disaster because the entirety of Sunderland was celebrating. The only good thing was the match was in Newcastle, so
yeah, thank God.
Yeah, but yeah, they hadn't played.
Yeah, no people fighting in the street.
Yeah. They hadn't played in a few years.
You guys have quite a few derbies, though, don't you? We have like one or two where the people are like get upset.
What, like in the entirety of England?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess so, because there's like little pockets of place. Well, you just have natural rivals, right?
Yeah, we don't have
just places that close. Yeah, you have
like Amsterdam and Rotterdam. They dislike each other. I think the rest, like maybe like some locals, like some farmers might get upset when the other team wins, but I don't know. I don't really interact with that. We had the El Clasico of the Netherlands yesterday as well, but it ended up in a draw. And the away supporters are never allowed to join, because whenever they do that, they destroy the city.
I mean, I think they had a similar rule for Newcastle Sunderland. It's bad. Like,
yeah.
The best part is, like, you always used to say you could never tell who won or lost because the city gets destroyed either way.
Yeah.
Not great.
What's the score again? It's 2-1 in favor of Hero, right?
Yeah. Should actually put that on the screen.
Yeah. It's crazy how accepted it is that like you have like a bunch of football fans that are just so extraordinarily brain dead.
Yeah, well, we were just saying this yesterday, how it's so weird because like, so we went to eat and like basically like it's like a kind of like a bar restaurant, but like obviously like there's a bunch of people in there drinking after, and it's so weird how it's socially acceptable to just be like chanting a bunch of like football chants in any sort of like establishment. Like,
yeah,
it was actually wild. Like, yeah, I haven't been out.
Yeah, especially if you're not super into it, like it becomes more and more weird, you know?
Yeah. It's like certain places, like yesterday was kind of weird because I think like if you go to like a full-on pub or something, like on match day, sure, you probably expect it, but like this was like a kind of a restaurant bar, so I just like try to eat and they're all still like 5 hours later chanting away, like yeah, it was a thing. They got kicked out just as we were leaving.
Oh, really?
They were finding, the security came over, they were finding like, look, it's like 6 hours later, you guys need to piss off.
Yeah, fair play. Fair play. Oh, what the hell's Classic doing? Classic believes he's being all in. See that?
Mm-hmm. The Void Ray does suggest that he's trying to set up some defenses, which would be, by my estimation, fairly unnecessary.
Yeah, also got a battery in the main. I mean, he's going to be up in workers, and he's still getting an Oracle, so it's not the end of the world. Forge already? Do you think he's just going to go fast third base here, too, or no? That's a typical hero move, you know?
Yeah. Could do.
I wouldn't mind it.
Don't really know what to expect in PvP. I was kind of... PvP is a matchup where I kind of just let them do their thing and just sort of accept what they're doing. I don't know why. I just feel like there's too many twists and turns in PvP that just comes down to build.
Yeah. Third gate. Oh wait, second. Second gate Robo. This is something. Classic has been playing very Robo-based as of late. I don't know why he does that. I think he's into the Immortal now. Which, I mean, there's nothing wrong with the Immortal, but he seems to like it a little bit too much, you know?
Yeah. It's a little bit
like
overboard.
Every Protoss likes the Immortal. You know, it's like how all kids, like, they like their nanny a little bit, you know?
Yeah.
But the moment you start, like, sending love messages on Facebook and, like, novels and poems, like, it's probably time to put a stop to it. And I feel like this is getting into that, you know, that territory. It's like, put down the Pen Classic. Like, there's a 10-year age gap. You're 5 years old. This is not what we need right now. Did you have a nanny? I bet you had a nanny. You went to private school.
No.
You had loads of
I never had a nanny.
Really?
Yeah. Which is kind of wild because my dad worked away from home for like months at a time as well. So, but we also just had very local, like my mom's parents lived local and stuff. So I guess that probably helped.
Yeah.
And I was an only child as well, right? So
it's a bit weird to fall in love with your grandma.
I don't know if that's the takeaway from the story.
I don't know.
Hmm.
Okay, we're gonna get glaives. I think it's just he likes Immortals because of the glaives. That's what it is.
Yeah, he likes the timing that you can follow up with.
Yeah.
So it's acceptable to love your nanny if you have a secondary reason for it. That's what we're coming out with. It's like it's fine because she makes the food.
Well, the analogy isn't 100%, but you know, you get there.
What? Your analogy's on 100%. I refuse to hear it.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
All right. We have 4 more gates. Dark Knight. Dude, it's been a Dark Shriney series so far.
Yeah, a lot of DTs.
Yeah, a lot of DTs. I don't think a single time the DT boy has won though, have they? Hero lost with the DTs. Classic lost with the DTs. And now Classic is gonna go DTs, but he's ahead. I guess DTs get a bad name because it often is when behind Dark Shrine. So like these people are already expected to lose.
Yeah, they're throwing out the plane with no parachute.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah, kind of. You're throwing out the plane with no parachute. Sometimes you land in the trees and you're okay, you know? Like, most of the time you don't. But
yeah, exactly. Yeah. I feel it.
I'm just bringing my analogies down to your level for a change.
Yeah, that's a lot. Got a +1. +2. How many gates is Hero building? He's building a lot. Is that 8? 8 gateways. 9.
Are you lagging?
9 gateways.
I'm lagging. Oh.
No, it was someone else.
No, it was me. I had attempting to reconnect.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. Oh, well.
See, I was ready to blame someone else already.
Yeah,
that's a real friend.
Yeah.
Loyalty to the bone.
I appreciate that, but I would have gone for it as well if it didn't show up in the middle of my screen in front of 800 people. So.
All right, here we go. Guardianship needs to be activated. Sentry is way too far forward here for Classic. A couple of glaive adepts are going to split off, but it can already natural. That's a full recall. What the hell is Hero smoking?
That's certainly a choice. Now this base is going to be nigh on impossible to hold. Because you're going to be in a rough position coming out of that. The Void Dragon start stepping forward for a little bit as well. It's going to be seeing the Nexus coming through. Just going to be seeing the Void Dragon still active. And let's see, a couple of Force Fields just dropping down to block a couple units up and to move some things around. Classic is holding strong stars. The Adepts to kind of punch out a lot of the damage. The Archon's going to start chewing through them though. And the 3 Immortals, are they going to be enough at the end of this? Do they stand strong? Yeah, they do.
That DT dealt so much freaking damage. It only has a single kill, but it gave like freaking 10 big swipes or so. And DT DPS is actually insanely high. People forget about this because you almost never see them fight because there's usually detection. But if they're going unchecked, they really do contribute in these battles.
Yeah.
As Classic seemingly is walking away with an enormous lead here. Has a 4th base done already. 8 gateways behind it. He's going to finish up his own +2 soon as well. I'd love to see a recall on those 3 Immortals, by the way. Like, if he loses these units that are running back home right now, he could still lose the game.
Yeah. Immortals is going to get jumped on. We're going to lose 1. We're going to lose 2. We have the Prisoner Protect. The Adepts are going to shade in, but then it's only Adepts. And, okay, an Immortal shows up as well, but, like, you really do lose a lot of your damage output here, so it's kind of scary. We're going to see Classic is still thinking about going forward. Again, Adepts do not necessarily trade into this army great right now. They commit to the shade. He's going to recall the 1 Immortal this time. That will get away without taking damage. I mean, shading the Adepts is all well and good, but we actually need to play defense. No, we need to not die as these Stalkers run across the map.
Yeah, we're going to blink on top of the first Immortal. I guess the problem is there's just too much stuff.
Yeah.
And there's no Prism to reinforce either. Adepts are going to come home, and this is all going to be fine and dandy, Wardy. We worried for nothing, but we worried a little bit, and we shouldn't have because this game was uber over. DTs are being cleared because there is an observer here. Stalker still trying to kite away as well, but I mean, there's no 3rd base behind this. It's 4 versus 2, even upgrades, and I think there's better units altogether for Classic.
Yeah, I'm going to see those Adepts are going to shed after the Stalkers for a second, and we're going to try and jump on this. But you see the couple of Immortals firing through. The Adepts continue to fight. A couple of these Stalkers getting grabbed. couple of them going down very quickly, and yeah, at this point there's just so many Adepts, the Stalkers can't even fight against them. They're going to blink, which saves maybe a couple of these Stalkers that would have been caught otherwise, but yeah, it's kind of a doomed situation. This one is going to go to a Game 5 Classic. It's going to have us a full series of PvP in this finals.
What a guy. Providing us with loads of entertainment.
Good guy Classic.
Good guy Classic.
Never lets us down.
Never going to give us up either.
Champion.
True champ. Okay, plus, I mean, what is Hero still doing in here?
Question, I mean. He's playing for the, he has no fear, man. Like, he's not afraid of this big arm. He thinks he can take it.
If he blinks in with the Stalkers now, that would be sick. Mainly because it would, you know, lower the time we have to spend in the game.
It would remove some of the stuff we have to try and make up and talk about when there's nothing to say. Yeah.
What are the rest of the plans for your week?
My week?
Big content plan?
Big content. It's Team League. Well, no, it's Kung Fu Cup on Wednesday. Prism just died as well, just to guarantee that this is over. Kung Fu Cup on Wednesday, and then Team League Fridays, Thursday, Friday, Sunday.
Oh well, Thursday, Friday, Sunday. 3 days of the week.
3 days.
Kung Fu on Wednesday, 4 days. A 5-day work week, not bad.
Yeah, I just have tomorrow off for some reason. I don't know why. I think nothing just came around tomorrow. And then, I go play one more card tournament on Saturday. So
a card tournament? Oh, I love those cards.
Yeah. So that's my week. It's exciting. It's it's the reformed Team League as well, where if anyone messes around, they get insta DQ'd. So.
Really, the entire team or the person?
The person for the match.
Okay.
So yeah, no screwing around no more.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I spent a lot of time waiting last week.
Yeah, I know. It was this was a tough one. I very nearly went for the DQ. I was tossing and turning over it for a little bit.
Yeah, fair play. Ooh, Sugo. It is wild to me that they always say it. Even after they win, they'll still congratulate their, like, you know, they tell their opponent.
Congrats on the performance. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, well done. You played well.
You played well. I just stomped you, but you know, you stayed in there for a while. Or you ended the game.
Being crazy.
White Rabbit. Final game. We got a full 5 game between these guys. Classic looking for his 7th WardiTV Monday win. Hero looking for his, I think it's 20th actually. So, some big numbers as we dive into the finals. White Rabbit, Classic top right, Hero bottom left. A PvP to decide today's Monday Cup. 79, the last of the 70s.
Wow.
We won't be in the 70s again for another 2 years.
The 80s. Often considered to be a worse time period. No? Name 3 songs from the 80s that you like.
I don't think I can name 3 songs from the 70s, so...
Really?
I don't really know when songs are from, if they're not from, like, my teenage years, I guess. Those
I feel like Michael Jackson might be the 80s, no? I like Michael Jackson. Except for the, you know...
Maybe? I genuinely have no idea.
Stuff.
This timeline of, like, when stuff came out is something I just don't have in my head.
Yeah, it's difficult. I think David Bowie's probably 80s too, no?
Maybe.
Isn't the 80s like disco stuff?
Yeah, like 80s and the 90s, I guess, is disco-y.
Yeah, but in the 90s, we also get like R&B.
Yeah.
Like the hip-hop.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, multiple things.
Billy Joel, is that 80s?
Again, might be
70s and 80s, probably. Like late 70s. I feel like his big first album was probably in 79 or something like that.
The thing is if he told me, like, if he named some of the people, I'd be like, yeah, I know them. But I didn't know what era they're from or what years exactly. So.
What about Queen?
Probably. I mean,
80s?
they must have been
70s?
80s.
I have no clue. I actually cannot place any of this. I know the 60s were the Beatles.
Yeah.
Bob Dylan was the 60s too, but he also kept producing movie like stuff, music through the 70s and 80s and 90s. Yeah, he still makes music. I listened to his last album. It was a rough listen. Do you know Bob Dylan?
Yeah, but not that. I know the name, but I'm not super familiar with the music still.
Yeah. So I knew about like Bob Dylan for years. I thought that he was like an African American singer for very, very long. And then in my 20s, I realized it wasn't the case. Because I started like listening to it, like I get like the music recommended on Spotify. Yeah. So then I looked into it. I was like, oh my god, it wasn't the case. And then I listened a lot to his stuff. And then one of his albums came out as I got into him as well, and it was really rough. Like it was not easy. There's like one song that's legit like 18 minutes or something like that.
Yeah,
like, tough. And on top of that, wasn't his concerts are also something to like freaking terrible. Like actually really, really bad. Oh, he's doing the same trick again, Hero. You see this? Or this time it's classic, actually. Sorry.
Yeah, well, this time it wasn't even a wall off, but it was enough to block the wall. So same idea. As we're gonna get in for 4 probes and
it's a good move.
5. Yeah, really nice. Especially when this is like proxy robo versus proxy robo, right? Like, there's a lot of similarities in this game, but now you're just playing with that eco advantage here as classic. So
I much prefer Hero's position though on the proxy robo.
Yeah.
Like being closer to home is a huge deal in the mirror. It's actually a huge deal because it's much easier to protect. Also, getting the prism first generally is considered risky, but it is going to probably work out here, at least a little bit. There's no battery at home though.
If these immortals just walk forward at some point soon, then I mean, I guess that's a very big risk from classic. But maybe if he sees the prism, he walks him forward, and maybe he has some success with that. Has to deal with this at the same time. Good force field to buy you a little bit of time to get in position here. He was battering in the main base, so he was kind of ready for expecting this. Sorry, I didn't realize Classic did have a prism, so he's got 1 immortal in the main base already now. So damage will begin to be done as we get through a bunch of probes over here, and there is just not really an answer to this right now. And you can't really warp in Stalkers against even just the 1 immortal. It's very powerful. So yeah, it's going to come through and continue to do a lot of work. Probes have to really put in some work here as well. We're going to drop the recall. Classic and Hero both kill 6 workers each.
This feels very good for Classic.
Yeah. I mean, it feels like he's not gonna. He's just picking off Stalkers, right? So he's getting such an army advantage created here, and he's got another immortal ready to go. So and Hero's not been building anything at the robo, right? He's got 2 immortals.
No, yeah, he just doesn't have cash. He's been pooling workers for like 35 seconds. And now the second immortal comes in. I don't think there's anything you can do about that anymore. It is going to be 2 immortal versus 2 immortal, but there are 2 batteries at home. The defense for Classic consists of Sentry Adapt. You still have that Stalker that can easily get targeted down, but the Sentry Adapt helps so much. It just does a lot, and the double battery is huge too. So I think Classic just wins the game here. With the much riskier robo position, the crazy initial Adapt move, he's going to win WardiTV Monday 79. In the grand finals, of the upper bracket finals, of the finals.
Yeah. Of the final 70s.
What a day of StarCraft 2.
And he's now 3-1 against Hero in Monday finals, so he is Hero.
It makes you think.
Makes you think.
It really does make you think.
I've definitely been thinking about it, yeah.
Alright, enough yapping. It's time for you to do some Call of Dragons now.
Yeah, Call of Dragon it up.
Quickly. Alright. I'll see you later.
Ciao, ciao.
Bye-bye. All right.
Alrighty, guys. So that is going to wrap us up for the Mondays today. Obviously, thank you so much for joining us and hanging out. It's been a good time. We will be back with more SE2 on Wednesday. Again, I'm just off tomorrow. Don't know how this keeps happening, but I just have days off lately. So, yeah, I'm going to be off tomorrow. But what we are going to do still is we are still going to have a little bit of we're still going to have a little bit of stuff on stream. We're still going to be doing some Call of Dragons, so we're going to be doing the sponsor content for a little bit. The awesome part about this sponsor is that if you guys want to support the stream, all you have to do is download the game and check it out yourself. So it's !COD in the chat, and we're going to be playing it for probably an hour and 20-ish minutes. How long do we actually have left on it? Just stream. I need to do I've done 90, I need to do another 90. Okay, yeah, we're probably just going to do like an hour and a half then, and get it done. So, yeah, we're going to move into some Call of Dragons. YouTube, I'm going to turn you off. This is just a Twitch sponsorship. I do not need to stream for you guys on YouTube for this part. So we'll be back live on Tuesday on YouTube. There will be obviously uploads still tonight and tomorrow, though. And then for everybody else on Twitch, like I say, stick around and chill out with me, ask me StarCraft questions and stuff. Feel very welcome. And like I say, if you download the game, we get paid. If you enjoyed enough to play along with me for 10 minutes and get to level 5, we also get paid. So, yeah, that stuff is very good, because obviously when we get paid, we get to run more StarCraft stuff. So generally speaking, it's of a big benefit. So we're going to move over to this. I'm going to get it open. And then I'm just going to nip BRB for one moment and we'll get underway. Yeah, we'll be streaming for probably about an hour and a half, I think, is actually going to be the timeline we go for. Right, it's opening up, guys. I'll BRB one moment. We're going to switch into some Call of Dragons. I'll be right back with you. Go for this stream. There we go. I'll be right back. It's always a great site to come back to. All right, I'm going to turn YouTube off. ByuN. We've been under attack.